Hi everyone, am I audible? All right, okay. So I hope all of you who joined today were there yesterday as well. Okay. So what we did yesterday, I hope all of you received the annotated, what do you call it? Annotated pre-seen content. Okay, with my some inputs. And today we are going to do some questions based on the pre-seen. Okay. Okay. Dipanshi, you said not yet. Not yet was for. Okay, fine, fine. Got it. Okay. Okay, so all of you who couldn't attend yesterday's session, okay, it will be uploaded tomorrow on the YouTube channel. So you can watch it tomorrow. Okay, so yesterday what we did a decoding of the pre-scene. We understood, we read between the lines, okay, what all are the possible questions. We just discussed the questions, okay, not the answers. Okay, some of you are sending me messages on my WhatsApp, so better you can just directly ask me here. Now I'll just show you what kind of questions. So, these are some questions we'll be discussing today. Okay, so just give me 1 second. I'll show you what I did yesterday. Yeah, so if you can see this document on the screen, this is the annotated document which I shared with everyone. If anyone has not received, I think you already have my number. You can send me a message. I'll share it with you. Okay, the this document simply it's a pre-seen document only with my annotations, right? So the part in red ink, it's just my these are my inputs. Okay, in case you don't have my number yet, this is my number. Okay, so this is my number. You can take a screenshot. And send me a WhatsApp message. I'll share this annotated sheet with you. Corjet's answer is still not reviewed by VGLD. आप उनको वो करो ना यार, just check with them. Do you have the number where you can call them? Okay, I also sent a message to the team. Okay, so they are on off today. So tomorrow they'll definitely respond. Okay, I also sent a message. So likely by tomorrow they are going to respond. Okay, so now let's start with the discussion. Okay, so yesterday we simply discussed what are some possible questions. We just discussed some questions, not the answers. Okay, we discussed the like whether should we have an app or not, should we expand to international markets or not. We discussed a bit about Mendelov matrix, BCG matrix. Okay, today we are going to see detailed answers to all the questions. And I suggest all of you, if you can, please unmute yourself and speak. That's much better. Okay, and please interact during the discussion. I want your inputs as well. Same answer sheet. I didn't get you, Jaya. What do you mean? Yes, yes, definitely. Not, definitely. Yes, yes. Okay, so now let's begin. So this is a Merce pre-seen analysis that we are going to begin with. Okay. Now, how many of you know what is talent management program? What is talent management? Who can answer? See, you need to unmute yourself. That's much better. I just want the discussion to be interactive. Gaurav, which link was not shared on WhatsApp? It's the same link. You need to join via the same link. Okay. The session link is one. It's a common link. It won't be shared separately on WhatsApp. Okay. So then, how did you join? So how did you join the session then? Yes, Gaurav, how did you join the session in this case?
We receiving a link on an email, second session link.
So yeah, definitely. Yesterday's link would have worked, na? It's the same link, common link for everyone. People who are joining from outside also, from outside VGLD, they also use the same link. Chalo. Now let's start with the discussion. Yeah, it's the same link. Of course, if they're not sharing a second link, it means it's with one link you can access both. Okay. All right, so let's finally start. So welcome everyone. Okay, we are going to start with it's our second session today. Yesterday we decoded the pre-seen in detail. We read between the lines. We saw what all matrices could be asked yesterday. Today we are going to discuss the detailed answers to all of those questions and some more questions which we did not discuss yesterday. Okay, yesterday it was not a prediction class basically. Today we are going to predict some questions and some answers. Okay, and I suggest please mute yourself and speak. I would love to listen to all of you because we don't know if we'll connect again or not. So let's at least be connected. Don't chat. Okay, simply unmute yourself and speak. That's much better. Okay, so hi everyone. Hi Avni. Hi Gopal. Hana, I think it's your first session with me. Then we have Rashi. Okay, Rashi was there yesterday. Sameer. Okay. Sahil. So this is the pre-scene which we discussed yesterday. This is the Mercy pre-scene. And today we are going to discuss questions. Now, see, it's our second session and we cannot discuss everything. So I'll be discussing the most important ones, which are very likely to be tested in the exam. The most important questions today. Okay. So now I'll tell you first, the most important one would be, it is big data. Yeah. This question is expected. Either they can directly ask you to explain the pros and cons of big data, or they can ask you the pros and cons of customer relationship management. So, customer relationship management also uses big data only. Okay, it captures the customer's related data, and then big data tools are embedded in this CRM software, and we need to apply the tools, and we we understand consumer behavior. Okay, so this is CRM. Don't worry, CRM I'm going to discuss separately again. But let's see how can we use big data to improve revenue, and what are the pros and cons of big data. I hope everyone understands what is big data. Big data means when you capture details, like when you are dealing with your customers share information with you directly or indirectly via WhatsApp, sorry, via Facebook, okay, by dropping comments upon your post, by dropping likes or dislikes, okay, or by commenting upon your YouTube videos, or by making YouTube videos, unboxing videos, okay, what's inside the box videos. So through this, we get information from our customers. Okay. Now, this tells us what our customers feel about our products, what are the features they hate, what are the features they like, what do they want to see in our future products, are they happy with the pricing of the product. We get a lot of insights about the consumers. Okay. Now, what we do, big data doesn't just collect all this data, we also understand this data, and post that we take our decisions basis big data. So, yesterday, I think I discussed with you tiered pricing. So, using big data, we can do tiered pricing also. Okay, we will get to know what are the most important aspects which people want in my product. Okay, are they happy? How much can they afford to pay? Basis this, I'm going to do tiered pricing. Now, this is what is big data. Now, how can we use big data to improve our revenue? Now, why big data matters for Mercy? Mercy operates in a magazine publishing industry which is facing declining publication revenue, falling print sales, okay, increasing reliance on digital platforms and advertising. In such an environment, data about readers becomes as valuable as the content itself. Big data allows Mercy to understand who its readers are, what they read, how they engage, and what they are willing to pay for. Leading global publishers have already moved in this direction using big data as a core strategic asset. So, tomorrow, if on the exam day we invest in big data tools, then that is what? Tell me, where will big data feature in our integrated report? In which capital would it feature? Tell me.
Intellectual capital.
Intellectual capital. Who said this? Shubham, right? Intellectual capital. Yes. So in case we invest on the exam day in some big data tools or in some CRM or in some we invest in a mobile application, so it would be a part of my what do you call it? Intellectual capital. Okay. And I told you yesterday also, integrated reporting is a very expected question, highly expected question. Then sustainability and audit report, sustainability and environmental report, they can ask this question as well. How Mercy can use big data to improve revenue? Mercy can make personalized content to increase subscriptions and retention. What big data does? Mercy can collect and analyze the articles which are read by my readers, the time they spent on a single article, magazines which they prefer, devices and reading times. Most of my customers, do they read the articles on the mobile app or they read it on their desktop? I don't have a mobile app as of now, but big data helps me understand this. If a lot of my readers are viewing my content on their mobile apps, mobile devices, this means I need to improve my mobile app. A lot of them are watching it on my desktop, then I need to improve some functionalities in my website. How much is their reading time? One article, are they reading it more than one time? What types of magazines they open and they read in full, and then what articles they open but they leave midway. How many people are participating in the quizzes and what is the score they are getting in the quizzes. High score means they were reading the magazine with high interest. Okay. So all of this data will be captured by big data, and then they are going to analyze it. Using this data, Mercy can recommend personalized content to readers. The recommendations also matter. On Netflix uses a lot of big data. Whatever recommendations we get from Netflix, we get it from the big data tools which they invest in. Okay. They want the recommendations to be very accurate. Okay. They want the recommendations to match my interests so that I click on them and I actually watch a show. Similarly, if Mercy also gives recommendations which are very personalized, which are targeted recommendations, these are not generic standard recommendations, but these are targeted recommendations only for me. So if I'm opening Mercy's mobile app, okay, I open Mercy's mobile app, the recommendations which I see in my mobile and what someone else's see will be very different. Okay, my recommendation is basis my reading history, basis my interaction in the quizzes, basis my quiz score, basis my interests. And the ones that you see in your mobile app will be very different basis your taste and preferences. If these recommendations are made personalized, then the chances that I not just click on that article, but I actually purchase that article also, if it has a paywall embedded in it. Paywall, everyone knows, right? Paywall means what? Paywall we discussed yesterday. Paywall means a software which, if embedded in some content, will prompt you to make a payment. Only post that you can access that article. So let's say I'm a magazine reader. I subscribe to car magazines. I am reading car magazines. Now I see some article. Okay. I tried to click or I clicked on that article, but now it is asking me to pay 500 rupees. Okay. You pay 500, you get access to the article. So paywall was embedded in the article, because of which, Mercy could charge me money. So this is the benefit of personalized content. Using this data, Mercy can recommend personalized content to readers. Revenue impact. So if I use big data, then I can make my customers engage with me a lot. Okay. If I show them the relevant articles in the recommendations, they would click on that article. This is engagement only. What is engagement? When customers click on the recommendation, I click on the recommended article and then I purchase that article. Or if that article is a free article, then I actually read that article. So this reading, this clicking, this purchasing, all of it is nothing but engagement. Okay. So if you are using big data, you can engage with your customers better. Lower churn. Churn means cancellation. Your readers won't cancel subscription. Why they won't cancel subscription? Because I am recommending them good content, relevant, personalized content. Higher subscription renewals. So definitely people would renew. They won't cancel subscriptions. Real world example. Financial Times uses readers' data to personalize article recommendations, which has significantly improved subscription retention. That is true. There's a lot of content available. Showing the right content at the right time to the right person makes all the difference. Timing matters, content which you are advertising matters, and the reader matters. If all of them are in sync, you can actually make big success. Okay, so this is the benefit of big data. Application to Mercy. If a reader frequently reads travel and lifestyle magazines, Mercy can promote similar content, recommend premium travel editions, engage upgrade to higher subscription tiers. So let's say there are 3 tiers in Mercy. For example, one is the basic tier, one is standard tier, another is premium tier. Basic tier, for example, is 2000 per year. Standard tier is 5,000. Premium tier is 15,000 or 20,000. Okay. Obviously, the features, the benefits differ in each of these tiers. Now, if I am a person, I have purchased the standard plan for lifestyle and travel magazines. Okay, travel and lifestyle magazines. Now, I am reading their content. Like, I've been their subscriber for the past 1 year. ठीक है. Next year also I renewed my subscription. I purchased the same standard plan again, the second time. Now this sends a message to Mercy. Big data is also going to capture this detail that 90% of our people are renewing their subscriptions or 90% are canceling the subscriptions. This is also data for big data. So they are going to capture this information that I not just purchased the standard plan once, I renewed it again next year. So then what would they do? They would send me advertisements, maybe in the mobile app or through the website or both. They would send me advertisements asking me to upgrade to the premium plan. Okay? So since I was already a standard plan user and I'm showing a lot of interest in Mercedes magazines, that is why I renewed again. Big data understood this, the tools understood this, and that is why after some time they recommended me to upgrade to premium plan. Okay, but now all of you tell me, answer me. If I was a basic plan user, okay, if I was a basic plan user, and let's say basic plan is just 2,000 rupees per year, and if they send me an advertisement after 2-3 months of reading of me engaging with the Mercy, do you think if they send me an advertisement and ask me to upgrade to premium, would I upgrade? What are the chances I would actually upgrade from basic to premium?
Very less.
Very less, right? So this is a stupid way of advertising. See, if you do blind advertisement, it would fail. You need to understand your user, and that is very difficult. You can't do it with Excel, you can't do it with PPTs. You need special tools for that. That is big data. So understand the timing. The right timing is what? Now tell me, if I'm a standard plan user, okay, and I just purchased the plan 2-3 months back, okay, and it's a 1 year plan, so it will expire after 9 months. Just 3 months into the subscription, if they send me an advertisement to upgrade to premium, do you think I would actually upgrade to premium after 3 months?
No.
At least let me use it for, when my subscription is expiring. Okay, it's nearing expiry. That is the right time to send me a prompt to upgrade to premium. So we need to understand, of course, if someone is using a basic plan, asking them to upgrade to premium, it won't be successful. It's a waste of advertisement money then.
मैम ये उनके मतलब जो कस्टमर जो यूज कर रहा है तो उस पे भी तो डिपेंड करेगा ना कि अगर उसे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है वो कंटेंट और अगर उसे ऐप तो नहीं है मतलब अभी इन पे लेकिन जिस भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे वो यूज कर रहा है उसे उसके फीचर वगैरह अच्छे लग रहे हैं तो ये सारी चीजें नोटिस करके उसको हम प्रीमियम के लिए वो भेज सकते हैं ना रिकमेंडेशन अगर उसे
नहीं,
कंटेंट
अगर वो क्या
पसंद
कर रहा है,
होगा
बेसिक कर रहा है, स्टैंडर्ड कर रहा है?
बेसिक बेसिक
यार देखो ना, बेसिक और उसमें
स्टार्टिंग में
बहुत डिफरेंस है. 2,000 एंड 15,000, 2,000 एंड 20,000. चांसेस आर लो कि वो कन्वर्ट करेगा.
अगर इतना कॉस्ट डिफरेंस है देन द चांसेस विल बी लो
हाँ, तो बेसिक से आप स्टैंडर्ड करवाओ उससे पहले, ठीक है? क्योंकि देयर इज अ ह्यूज डिफरेंस बिटवीन बेसिक एंड प्रीमियम. Okay, the chances are less, and we are spending money per click. Like advertisers usually they pay you per click or per view. So we don't want our clicks to go waste. We don't want the views to go waste. So better you do targeted advertisement so that you are actually able to convert customers. Okay. So this is what big data tools will help you do. Now, big data also supports tiered subscription pricing. Big data helps you understand. See, I tell you कि ठीक है. Big data tells me कि भाई my customers are finding my products very expensive. Okay, my product means my subscription. My subscription is of 20,000 rupees per annum, and this is the standard price for everyone. Okay, there's no tiered pricing as such. There are no different plans as such. So it's a single price, single product, single subscription. It's an annual subscription you get for 20,000 rupees, and you get access to multiple magazines, multiple types of magazines. Okay, now when the big data analyzed the data of the customers, big data got to know that my customers, most of my customers are finding, most of my customers, especially who are retired people or who are working people, who are non-working people, sorry, they found my products very expensive. So then I'm going to decide to do tiered pricing. Okay, now how should I decide my tiers? How should I decide my tiers? That also matters. So big data not just tells you to do tiered pricing, it also explains how should we do tiered pricing. Means what kind of plans should I make, and what kind of pricing should I do with each of these plans, and what kind of benefits should I provide in each of these plans. So you can understand this better with the help of big data. Big data helps Mercy identify casual readers. Okay, how many of my readers are casual readers? How many of them are regular readers? And how many of them are highly engaged super fans? So for these people, they are not price sensitive at all. Okay, they're just concerned with benefits. They want more benefits. They want invitations to interviews. They want invitations to events. Okay, they want a lot of other facilities. They want exclusive interviews. Okay, regular readers are not that price sensitive, but they don't want to spend a lot. Casual readers are people who basically are very price sensitive. Okay, and they don't consume the content much. So basis this, I can decide, okay, for casual readers, let me have a very basic subscription plan for them, very cheap. Okay, then for regular readers, I will be providing them with access to 2 types of magazines for the entire year in this much rupees. And then highly engaged super fans, I'm going to make a tier for them of 20,000 rupees in which they get access to all the magazines. And then I'm going to make another plan, the fourth plan, for example, wherein the charges are 30,000, but then they get access to many other things, lot of other things. Okay, so how can I do this tiered pricing with the help of big data? Okay, but if my big data tools tell me that majority 90% of my people are regular readers only, they don't want access to all magazines, they don't want access to exclusive interviews, then probably I'm going to reduce the price of my plans. Maybe I will not launch a fourth plan in that case. Okay, I have to see, I have to understand my data, how many people are regular readers, how many people are super fans. Likewise, I will decide the tiers, I will decide the pricing of these tiers, I will decide the benefits of these tiers. So this allows Mercy to offer basic, standard and premium tiers. Basic for casual or low usage readers, standard for regular readers. They want access to 2-3 types of magazines, let's say car and travel. And then comes the premium for highly engaged readers who value exclusive or deeper content. Now, using big data, we can upsell readers based on their usage patterns. This allows Mercy to upsell. Upsell, you understand, right? Someone who basically uh, has subscribed to basic plan. Then after some time, we ask him to upgrade to the standard plan. Okay, so this is, we are asking we are basically upselling them. We are trying to sell them more plans, other plans as well. So upsell readers based on usage patterns. This allows Mercy to upsell readers, encouraging them to move to higher price tiers as their engagement increases with us, rather than charging everyone the same price. You know, charging everyone the same price is a big blunder if you do it. Okay, always understand your customers and do segmentation, do market segmentation, do tiered pricing. Now, if we do tiered pricing, we can increase average revenue per user because highly engaged readers pay more, while price sensitive readers still remain on the lower tiers. Real world examples, the New York Times analyzes reader behavior to decide when to trigger subscription offers. Yeah, as I said you, timing also matters. If today I've just purchased your basic tier, I will never upgrade to premium tier after a few months or few days. Timing matters. The right timing is after a few months. Okay, you do this. The New York Times does this in practice by analyzing reader behavior to determine the right moment to prompt a subscription or upgrade, such as after a reader has consumed several articles or repeatedly visited premium content. Yeah, another thing which big data captures, how many times I'm checking the plan benefits. Let's say I'm a basic plan subscriber, okay, but but big data has captured that in the past 1 week or in the past 1 month, I have tried to visit the website of Mercy a number of times and I was reading the plan, the premium plan contents or the standard plan contents. So this indicates what? That I want to purchase this plan. I am interested in this plan, but maybe I'm finding it pricey. So what can they do in this case? They can offer me a discount. So they can advertise the premium plan or the standard plan with a 20% discount, with a festival discount. Okay. So, they understand each and every click. When I'm in the app, each and every click they're capturing. When I'm on their website, each and every click which I make. If I wish list, that also they capture. If I add something to the cart, that also they capture. Okay, so even if I haven't purchased something, I've just wish listed it or I've just clicked on it, it is being captured by big data. Okay, so application to Merce. Merce can target heavy users with premium tier offers and casual users with entry level pricing. So let's say I purchase the magazines of Merce. Like in entire 2025, I purchased their magazines 3 times. Each magazine costed me 500 rupees. Okay. Now I'm a casual reader. Okay. I pay per magazine. Okay. Last year 2025, I purchased 3 times, 3 magazines in total. Each costed me 500 rupees. So I'm a casual reader for Merce. Now Merce is going to send me an advertisement. They're going to show me an ad with basic tier. Okay. Now this basic tier will cost me 2000 only. Okay. There's a high chance I might convert and I might purchase the basic plan. So they converted me to a casual user to a subscriber. That's what the intention was. And once I'm a basic plan subscriber, after a few months, they would also again, ask me to upgrade to the basic, the standard tier. So this improves monetization without raising prices for everyone. That's also very good. So, price war doesn't happen. Price competition doesn't happen when you are doing tiered pricing. Price competition means you reduce, because in order to stay in competition, you have to reduce prices. Okay, but then it would have an impact on your margins. So to avoid this situation, what do? You do tiered pricing. Okay, so I have a premium plan of 20K. I'm not reducing the price here, but what I can do is, since many of my rivals are selling a cheaper plan, I won't reduce the price of this plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a cheaper plan of 10,000. So this way, I have saved myself from price competition. I did not reduce the price of this plan. Instead, I launched a cheaper plan with lesser benefits. So this way, I save myself from reducing my prices. Okay. Okay. Now with big data, advertisement revenue also improves. Who can explain how advertisement revenue improves with big data? Yes. How does my advertisement revenue improve using big data?
The companies who advertise would know the reach of that advertisement to the final customers, and based on that, we can ask them for like premium.
Yeah, absolutely right. See, if there is a car company, okay, the car company wants to advertise with me, with Marseille. So they ask me, how many of your subscribers have subscribed to car magazines? And then they ask me, out of all your car subscribers, what is the average reading time per month of your car magazine readers? What is the average number of articles your car magazine subscribers read every month? What is how many times your car magazine readers read a car article more than once? They want a lot of my data. If I use big data, I can provide my advertisers with this data. Okay. See, advertisers are paying me on a per click basis. So let's say there's a car company. The car company approaches me and tells me that they want to run a car ad in my mobile app. and they would pay me on per click basis. Per click basis means the means number of clicks to their ads. Okay, let's say they pay me 50 rupees per click. Means if I am a reader of the magazines of Mercy, I saw the ad of this car company, I clicked on the ad. Once I clicked on the ad, Mercy gets 50 rupees from the advertiser. Another user clicked the second time, so Mercy gets another 50 rupees from the advertiser. Advertiser is paying Mercy per click made by the reader. This is one of the ways how advertising revenue gets calculated. So an advertiser would not want to advertise with me if I do not provide them with this data. I need to tell them ki how many clicks are expected or how many people are going to watch it, how many people are actually going to, I just need to tell the car company that how many real car customers, serious car customers they can target. But if I tell them that, sorry, I don't have this data, I don't know how many times people are reading the articles, I don't know how many times people are saving the articles, I don't know how many quizzes are they participating in or how much score are they getting in these quizzes. If I keep saying no to the advertiser won't advertise with me. They don't want to waste their money. Okay. So they want this data from me. If I share this data with them, they would be willing to pay me a high advertisement fee. Okay. So, देखो, what is the loss to the advertiser? See, if there are very non-serious car magazine readers with Mercy, everyone is going to click the ad because clicking the ad is very easy. I click the ad, Mercy gets paid 50 rupees. It's a huge loss to the advertiser if I do not end up purchasing anything from the car company. Okay, they won't be able to convert me, and it's a big waste of money for the advertiser, क्योंकि advertiser तो click के basis पे दे रहा है ना. अगर 1000 clicks हुए या 10,000 clicks हो गए तो 10,000 into 50 is how much? 5 lakh rupees. 5 lakh advertiser ने किसको दिए? मर्से को. लेकिन 5 lakh क्लिक्स, सॉरी 10,000 क्लिक्स में से कितने लोगों ने साइन अप किया कार कंपनी के वेबसाइट को? किसी ने भी नहीं, या सिर्फ 2-3 ने. किसने कुछ परचेज किया कार कंपनी की वेबसाइट से? किसी ने भी नहीं. सो इट्स अ बिग वेस्ट ऑफ मनी फॉर द एडवर्टाइजर. तो एडवर्टाइजर वांट्स टू एडवर्टाइज विद दैट कंपनी, with that magazine company, which can, substantiate, or which can, tell with assurance that at least these many people are serious people. And if they click on the ad, there's a high chance they would sign up on your website or they would purchase something from your website. Advertisers are willing to spend money, but they want something in return. So if you are doing big data analysis as a magazine company, advertisers are willing to advertise with you. They're also willing to pay a high advertisement fee to you. ठीक है. So big data, देखो, big data actually is helping us in many ways. Mercy अगर big data करता है, it can understand its readers and it can use these insights for its own benefit also. I would know what article to release next, what magazine edition to release next, what topics are of interest to my viewers. So I can make better content and increase my revenue from publications by using big data. This is one benefit. Second benefit is, if I use big data, I can attract advertisers to me, and my advertisers would be willing to pay me a high revenue. That is the second benefit of big data. The third benefit of big data is market research services. See, Mercy as of now is not providing any market research services, but we can provide market research services if I use big data. Market research, everyone knows, right? Market research services, okay, those of you who were not there yesterday, market research means I use big data. Big data understands what my customers want, okay, and it generates a report, and this report is being sold by Mercy to the other companies, and those companies pay us. So this service, which is provided by Mercy, this service is known as market research service. I'm researching I'm understanding my customer base, and then I'm sharing these insights with the brands. Okay, so 3 benefits of big data are very straightforward. You can improve your advertisement revenue. You can improve your own revenue from publications. Third, you can also add another type of service to your portfolio, which is market research service, which is again possible if you invest in big data. So therefore, the chances of big data getting tested is very, very high in the exam. Okay, so this is improving advertisement revenue using big data. Mercy earns part of its income by selling advertisement space. Now you all can appreciate like how much we are dependent upon advertisement revenue. Our revenue from publications is going down. Our revenue from advertisements is going up. So what is keeping us alive? Our revenue are stagnant, right? Our revenues are stagnant. So what is keeping Mercy alive? Advertisement income.
Advertisement revenue.
Advertisement income is actually keeping us alive. Otherwise, we would have been shut down now. So Mercy earns. तो इसीलिए I'm saying कि big data हमारे लिए अब और important हो चुका है. अगर हम big data में नहीं करेंगे invest, हमारा advertisement income भी खत्म हो जाएगा. See, today our revenue from publications is going down. Revenue from advertisement is going up. Tomorrow, advertisers will also stop advertising with us. Because if my sales of publication goes down, if my magazine readership goes down, why would advertisers advertise with me when the readers are not reading the magazines anymore? So tomorrow, there's a very high risk that my advertisement income will also start depleting. If I really want to maintain my position or even improve my position, I need to invest in big data or in customer relationship management. It's one and the same. So Mercy earns part of its income by selling advertisement space to companies that want to promote their products to Mercy's readers. However, traditional advertising has become less effective. Traditional advertising means not using big data. Advertisement, a blind advertisement without using any big data. Okay, not like standard advertisement. So, however, traditional advertising has become less effective because ads are shown to a broad audience, many of whom are not interested. So, TV ads are what? TV ads are traditional advertisement only. Everyone is seeing them. Okay, these are not personalized ads. So, ads are shown to a broad audience, many of whom are not interested. Advertisers cannot clearly measure the results. Advertisers don't know how many people viewed the ad, how many people clicked on the ad, how many people signed up because of the ad, how many people went to the website to purchase something because of the ad. This performance analysis advertisers don't get to know. Okay? Advertisers therefore are unwilling to pay high prices for generic exposure. तो अगर मेरे से बोलता है कि देखो हम बिग डेटा यूज नहीं करते, ठीक है, लेकिन आप हमारे साथ एडवर्टाइज करो क्योंकि हमारे बहुत सारे सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं. ठीक है, लास्ट टाइम आई थिंक वी सोल्ड इन 2025 वी सोल्ड 3.2 million print copies, right? In 2025 we sold 3.2 million copies in print. So advertiser won't be willing to pay high prices. They might still advertise with us, but they won't be willing to pay high prices unless and until we show them with proof. We show them data that yes, these are the people who view the articles and this is how many times they read the articles. So advertisers want performance data also. As a result, Mercy needs a way to make its advertising more valuable and effective. Big data provides this solution. Okay. How big data changes advertising? Big data allows Mercy to analyze large volumes of reader information such as which magazines readers regularly read, what topics interest them, travel, fitness, lifestyle, how often they engage with the content. See, engagement, I explained yesterday. Engagement means what? When I'm a reader, I like the article. I press the like button. Okay. I press the love reaction. There's a love reaction, for example, or there's an angry reaction. There's a crying reaction, or how many times I forward the article to my LinkedIn or to my Facebook account. Okay. Or how many times I participate in the quizzes. So all of it is engagement. Using this information, Mercy can move away from generic advertisement and instead offer targeted advertisement where ads are shown only to readers who are most likely to be interested. What advertisers actually want? Advertisers mainly want specific audience. They want better targeting so ads are not wasted on uninterested readers. I hope you understood this point. Okay, because if clicks are made by uninterested people, the advertiser still has to pay per click. So it's a waste of money for the advertiser. He also wants measurable results. एडवर्टाइजर को बताना पड़ेगा हमें. मर्से बताएगा एडवर्टाइजर को कि देखो 10,000 लोगों ने आपके जनवरी 2026 में 10,000 people viewed your ads, out of which 9,000 clicked on the ads, out of which these many signed up and these many purchased. They want data. Advertisers want this data from Mercy. Targeted advertising directly meets these expectations. So what is the revenue impact for Mercy? If we do targeted advertisement, like if we invest in big data tools, advertisers are willing to pay higher advertising rates. Advertisers build stronger long-term relationships with Mercy. Mercy can earn more from lesser ads, fewer ads, reducing clutter. You know what? If I am a reader of magazine of Mercy and I see lot many irrelevant ads, I will be frustrated as well. So too many irrelevant ads will frustrate me also as a customer, as a reader. So if Mercy uses big data tools, okay, Mercy will be able to attract advertisers. Advertisers would be willing to pay more to Mercy. Now Mercy doesn't need to Mercy can earn a lot of revenue from a small number of ads. Okay, we don't need high volume ads to make advertisement revenue. We will be able to earn more from lesser ads because one ad is giving me a lot of money, which will reduce clutter and irrelevant ads, which would also not frustrate my customers and give customers a good experience, a better experience. Too many ads are actually a big problem. Sometimes people get frustrated because of the ads. This reduces Mercy's dependence on volume-based advertising. Volume-based means too many advertisements. Like I want to do quality ads, and if I do quality ads, I get paid more from the advertiser. So I don't need a lot of ads now, which will reduce clutter from my application, from my website, and my website looks clean. My people won't be frustrated. Application to Mercy. Using big data, Mercy can sell fitness related ads only to the readers of fitness magazines, sell travel related ads only to the readers of travel content, provide the advertisers with anonymized audience insights. What's anonymized? Anonymized means anonymous data. Anonymous data means, like, let's say we have Harshita, for example, with us, Harshita Shubham with us. Now, Harshita Shubham, let's say, are aged between 25 and 35. Okay, Harshita loves to watch, loves to see car articles. Okay, or she prefers car which are under rupees 5 lakh rupees. So I won't be telling the car company that Harshita, whose age is this, she prefers car with cost less than 5 lakh. No, I would be sharing this data that people in the age of 25 to 35, 90% prefer this kind of cars, these kind of cars. So it's anonymous data. I'm not going to share real data, the personal data of the customers, but just a generic report of the customers with the advertisers. Offer premium advertising packages based on data quality rather than space. So, advertisers don't just pay you for the space. They pay you for the data quality. Like if I share a good data with the advertisers, that these are the people who are going to watch the ads and purchase by seeing your ads, then they pay me more. Okay. Now the fourth benefit is using big data, you add new revenue streams. Okay. For example, market research. Market research I just explained. So if you want to sell market research services, which is an additional product in your portfolio, you can make more revenue. Okay, I'm not reading this. We have done this. The next one is how Mercy can earn money from market research. Offering market research service, Mercy analyzes the reader behavior and answers questions like what leisure activities are becoming popular, what type of content do readers engage with most, how do interests differ by a age group. Who pays Mercy? Fitness brands, travel companies, lifestyle product companies. They pay us when we provide them with these insights about the customers. This is market research service. So you can provide this service when you invest in big data. Tell me, are we using big data tools right now at present? Yes, we are. We are using, but those are very limited, very limited. On a very limited scale, we are using them. Okay, the next one is if you invest in big data, you can collaborate with brands. Supporting content-led partnerships with brands. What this means, brands want to associate with the content that matches their audience. For example, there is a fitness company. The fitness company is selling yoga mats. They're selling yoga pants. They're selling yoga bars. They're selling protein powders. Okay, all the fitness related stuff they sell. Okay, they sell yoga, not yoga. They sell protein rich snacks also. So these are the fitness equipments of other fitness equipments also they sell. For example, now they want to now cater to those people. They basically want to target people who are into fitness. Now Merce also sells fitness magazines, so they associate, they partner with us, and what they tell us that your authors write articles, right? Now the fitness company says you write the article, we would be giving you some expert content which you can add in your article, and we will write that this article is written by Merce and our company. Okay, so this is also known as co-branding. Okay, co-branding. So when people read the articles, the fitness company also gets advertised. So brands want to associate with the content that matches their audience. Merce can say, our data shows that readers who love travel also engage highly with eco-friendly content. So just leave this part. Basically, what I'm trying to say is together, Merce and the fitness company can create sponsored articles. They can create some branded content. They can create some special digital editions. या फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता है. You know what? Another way of co-branding is that Merce sells a standard plan. If you purchase a standard plan of Merce, you get a 30% off on all the products of the fitness company. Okay, so this is also co-branding. Okay, co-branding means when two popular companies come together, or maybe one is popular, one is less popular, something like that. So both companies come together and they advertise together so that both of them benefit from this ad. तो क्या हो सकता है, Merce and this fitness company can write articles together, or they can sell some other type of content together, or they can say that you purchase this plan of Merce and you get 30% off on our products, on the fitness company's products. Okay, so this is another benefit of big data. Okay, so what did I tell you? In short, big data helps me send personalized recommendations to my customers and do targeted marketing, which helps me increase my revenue from publications. My advertisement revenue improves. My market research, another item can be added to my portfolio, which is market research service, which is nothing but diversification. Fourth is I can collaborate with the brands and we can together advertise each other. Okay, so these are some benefits of big data. Big data also improves Merce's reputation and helps it gain a competitive advantage over the rivals. You know, one more thing, big data also helps Merce write good quality articles and spot poorly written articles and remove them. How? Now see this. How big data can improve Merce's reputation? We can make better quality and more relevant content. Big data helps Merce understand what readers read, what readers truly value, which content builds trust, and what drives long-term engagement. This enables Merce to focus on high quality and relevant content. Big data tells me that this is the article people are preferring, this type of content people are reading and purchasing a lot, or these articles people are saving a lot on the website or on the app. So which tells us that okay, this is a very popular content and let's focus on this. And then all the articles which people don't purchase or don't read at all, even after purchasing, is a poorly written article. So we are going to spot those articles which people are not reading. And we will try to understand what is wrong with those articles. Big data helps us strengthen editorial decision making. Reputational impact. As a result, readers perceive Marseille as reader focused, as modern and responsive, and a trusted content provider. This supports our differentiation strategy. Big data also helps us reduce misinformation and improving interest. Now, do you know one of the values of Marseille is to reduce misinformation? It is given in the exhibit in the pre-seen. So we reduce misinformation. Data analytics can help Marseille to track how the content performs, identify misleading or low quality articles. When a lot of people dislike an article or leave reading midway or report or flag it, then it is a misleading or low quality article. So we can spot those articles very quickly using big data, and it strengthens editorial oversight. This protects Marseille's ethical positioning and brand credibility. It is given that our aim is always to provide good quality data, no fake data, no fake news. So this helps us in it protects our ethical positioning. The next one is enhance customers' experience. Using big data, Marseille can improve the website and app usability, reduce irrelevant ads, create smoother subscription and renewal journeys. So what are the advantages of using big data? Improved revenue generation. Big data supports higher subscription retention, better advertising income, new data-driven services like market research service, better decision making. We would know what article never to launch again in the future. Strong customer relationships also, because we are sending them personalized advertisements and personalized content and no irrelevant ads. We gain competitive advantage. Now comes the disadvantage. Now, all of you, I want this answer from all of you. What are the disadvantages of big data?
Like collecting the big data can be costly, and the benefit derived from the big data can be less than the cost. And if the data which we are getting is inaccurate, then the analysis can also be incorrect. And इतना ही है.
Okay. So, any other points, anyone? Please unmute yourself and speak.
Too much data can be misleading sometimes.
Yes, too much data doesn't guarantee any success. And sometimes this analysis is very time taken. It just wastes our time and doesn't provide us with any competitive advantage. So a high data and a high data analysis doesn't guarantee success. Okay. Okay, Sahil, Sameer, Vanshika, Ruchira, Gopal, Hana, Avni. Yes, what other problems with big data? Any risks of big data? Okay, tell me, any ethical concerns related to big data? Ethical concerns.
Yeah, there can be misuse of the data or excessive tracking of their personal data.
Yeah, data, like big data collects a lot of data, so that can be lost due to cyber attack, which means we are going to lose our precious data. Okay, now see some problems, because when they ask you the pros, now they ask you cons of big data as well in the exam. So disadvantage, data privacy and regulatory risks. If data is mishandled, lost, reader trust may be damaged, legal penalties may arise, brand reputation may suffer. This risk is particularly serious for Marseille as a trusted publisher. See, we are not a small publisher. We are one of the 5 largest publishers of the country. So our reputation, we need to take it very seriously. This is one problem. Big data, see, it is expensive. Big data tools are expensive. You need to train your employees on how to use the tools. Then you need to hire data scientists, data analysts. So all of it is costly. High implementation and maintenance costs. Big data requires investment in IT systems. Big data also requires skilled data analysts. Okay, skilled data analysts, strong cybersecurity measures. This increases short-term cost pressure on the company. Benefits are there, but they are realized much later. Third is over-reliance on data. If Mercy relies too heavily on the data analytics and algorithms to decide what content to produce, this is a very good point. I mean, examiner will love this, will love you if you write this. So if Mercy relies too heavily on data analytics and algorithms to decide what content to produce, editorial decisions may become driven mainly by clicks, views, engagement metrics rather than journalistic judgment. This can lead to reduced content quality as the content is tailored to what performs well in the short term rather than what is insightful, accurate, or important. Undermining editorial independence because editors may feel pressured to follow algorithmic recommendations instead of exercising professional judgment. Damage to long-term brand value as readers may lose trust if the publication prioritizes popularity over credibility and depth. See, you know what? Sometimes, I would say controversial data, politics, religious data. A lot of controversial data does really well in the short term. In the short term, you get a lot of clicks on controversial articles, lot of views, lot of engagement. But that is helpful only in the short term. In the long run, we'll lose credibility and depth. Our articles will look very bad, very shabby, and content would turn very poor. So, editors also need to use their judgment while deciding what content is good and what is not. We should not be too heavily dependent upon data analytics and algorithms, because sometimes the very high performing articles actually we should not just focus on that type of content which is attracting a lot of clicks and views. So we need to balance it out. We need to use some data analytics, but then editorial judgment is also needed while deciding what content to produce. Okay. Otherwise, if we take our decisions basis data analytics always, basis clicks and views always, it can make my content of poor quality. This is one problem. The next one is data quality issues. See, big data is as good as the data which is fed into the system. Now, if this data is inaccurate, biased data, then the data, the conclusions formed by the big data tools won't be good, won't be accurate basically. So, for example, let's say big data captured some data, but that data was related to the casual readers, not the subscribers. Now, now tell me, do the subscribers provide us with richer data or the casual readers? And why? Do subscribers provide us with richer data for big data analysis, or do the subscribers provide us with better data? See, subscribers are reading our magazines over and over again. They are with us for a very long time. Okay, so the inputs given by them are much better, much richer than the ones which are shared by casual readers. Okay. So therefore, if big data tools are doing an analysis on poor or biased data, then it can lead to incorrect conclusions and weak strategic decisions. So how Mercy should manage big data risks? To manage the big data risks effectively, Mercy should use data ethically and transparently, invest in cybersecurity and legal compliance, balance data insights with human editorial judgment. Means do not be too dependent on the algorithms only. Okay, use your own judgment. Editors should use their own professional judgment to decide whether this content works or not. Clearly communicate the data usage policy to readers. Let your readers know that we do not share any of your data with anyone. What we share is anonymized insights, which does not include any personal information of yours. Okay, so this is how we are going to write the big data answer. Okay, now tell me, is big data part clear? Any questions? I hope. Okay, clear, fine. Now, who can explain what is talent management?
To manage the resources, identifying their strengths and weaknesses.
Okay. Okay, any other views, anyone? What is talent management?
Hiring the right person and then training them, basically to retain them.
Okay, any other views? Talent management program?
Ma'am, it is beneficial for the company in many ways, and there are many disadvantages also. Like talent management help company to like reduce the cost in some way, because if they hire the same skills person from the market and hire new employee, then it will be cost more than training their own employees in that skill. Like many big companies in the real life, also like KPMG and all the big four, they sponsor many qualifications of their employees, uh, and uh, and that's useful for the company too, because that skill can be useful for the company. So that's the advantage. But there are also some disadvantages also. Like after training, the employee might leave the organization. So the cost incurred on that employee is technically going to waste for the company. Yes. All.
Okay. So what do you mean by talent management program?
Uh, talent management talent management program is a program run by many companies in managing the talent of their employee, upgrading the skills of the employees, and doing the personal development of the employees, which will help them in their career.
Okay.
One more can be identifying from the existing resources who can be a fit for the next leadership role by providing appropriate training.
Yeah, so it helps us in succession planning also. Okay. So I'll just quickly explain what is talent management. Talent management basically means identifying the right people, the smart people in the organization, the smart employees in the organization, identifying the key employees, smart employees, and then developing them by training them, preparing them for future managerial senior roles. Okay. Making them meet with the other smart employees of the company, making them meet the leadership of the company, making them meet the high profile clients of the company, giving them complex problems to solve, giving them the time to solve those complex problems, giving them money also. Okay, sponsoring this if they need funds, okay, to do some research or something, then we also sponsor them. We provide them with funds also to solve this problem. So basically, what we are doing, we are trying to create intrapreneurs within the organization. Who are entrepreneurs? Who are intrapreneurs? Intrapreneurs are those employees who don't act like employees. They also participate. They behave like entrepreneurs. Okay, they solve the business problems. They share a lot of business ideas with the founders. Okay, they act like as if they own the business. Okay, they provide lot of help to the founders and the management in solving problems. So, what is a talent management program? A talent management program means identifying, developing, retaining, and motivating the key employees who are critical to the business. For Merce, this mainly includes मर्से के लिए कौन होगा ये? एडिटर इन चीफ, very good editors, journalists, content creators, illustrators. Who are illustrators? People who basically write, make cartoons or make animations, images, digital designers, data analysts, senior editorial and creative leaders. So all of them, we need to identify the best people. Okay. Now, why should we do talent management? See, the company is a differentiator. Merce is a differentiator, and we are not a cost leader. And the success of the company depends upon the quality of content produced. So we can improve the quality of the content if we invest, if we train our employees, which is best done via talent management program. So Merce is a differentiator, not a cost leader. Its success depends upon the quality of content, trust and credibility, innovation in digital formats. All of this depends upon people, not machines. We are not using any machines to write articles. We are using real humans. We need to invest in them to improve the quality of the content. So first benefit of talent management is your overall performance improves. The quality of content in articles and magazines also improves. Okay, this is one benefit. So what are the benefits of investing in talent management program? Improved content quality and brand reputation. You write better articles, you write original articles, okay, which improves reader satisfaction, which improves the trust in the brand, and people want to pay more for the subscriptions. The second benefit is supports digital transformation. You know, in the exam, they can ask you this question on why should we do, there could be a question on digital transformation. So either we invest in big data tools or CRM or something else. Okay, maybe search engine optimization also. Because right now, tell me, does our digital publishing platform has SEO facilities, SEO tools? No, right? We do not have access to SEO. Just see the IT section of Merce. There it is written, we use a digital publishing platform जिसमें limited big data capabilities are there. No SEO is not there. Okay, so in the exam, we might be expected to invest in some IT. So the publishing industry is shifting from print to digital. Talent management helps Merce upskill journalists in digital storytelling, develop data and analytics capabilities. You know what? Our people, our employees do not have a lot of experience with doing e-marketing or search engine optimization or big data analysis. In talent management, we train them on these areas, which means they become better and they get to know how to use these tools. So we can do digital transformation when we do talent management, because in talent management we are training our employees on SEO, big data, etc. So talent management helps Merce upskill journalists in digital storytelling, develop data and analytics capabilities, means big data tools, innovate with new content formats. Why this matters? Without the right skills, Merce may fail to monetize digital platforms, lose young readers, and fall behind competitors. So if we want to do digital transformation, we need to train them on this, which is possible via talent management. And you know what? See, in talent management, what else happens? In talent management, I give a chance to my employees to do job role rotation. Let's say today I am an editor. I'm an editor with Merce for the past 2 years, and I want to do content creation also. So as a part of talent management, I may be given a chance to do a job role rotation to another role, creation role, or any other role, which improves my motivation, breaks monotony. I would want to stay with the organization. Okay. As a part of talent management, I can also be given funds to pursue higher education. For example, many MNCs and many companies these days are asking you all to do ACCA, CA, CPA, anything, and they sponsor all the coaching fee and all. Okay. So higher employee motivation and retention. When employees see that there's a scope for career development. When employees see the career development paths, they see training opportunities, recognition, they are more likely to stay longer with the company. They perform better also. They are also loyal to the organization and they write better articles. Now, it is given in one of the risks of Mercy that there is a high risk of key persons leaving the company. So the key persons won't leave the company. Staff turnover would be low when we invest in talent management. Okay. When the staff turnover is high, what does it mean? It disrupts the content continuity. When staff turnover is high, experienced journalists and editors leave very frequently and they are replaced by new or temporary staff. This breaks the consistency in the content, such as writing style, subject expertise, and editorial standards. It increases the recruitment cost. When people leave the organization, we need to rehire, we need to incur cost on training, orientation, induction, etc. It's a big waste of time. Okay, so big waste of time and money. So talent management reduces these risks. Okay, the next benefit of talent management is it builds future leadership and supports succession planning. It builds future leadership and supports succession planning. Investing in talent development programs enables Mercy to identify and develop high potential employees who can assume senior editorial and leadership roles in the future. By preparing, now please read this point, very important, by preparing internal candidates for promotion, the organization reduces reliance on external recruitment when senior editors or managers leave, retire, and move on. Means we already have a prepared pool of internal candidates and we do not need to be dependent on external candidates. This ensures smooth leadership transitions with minimal disruption to the content quality, editorial direction, and organizational culture. Sometimes, what happens when you hire people from outside? So they were working in a different company with a very different culture. So there are, when you hire from outside, especially at a very senior position, what happens? There are cultural clashes. They came from a very bad culture, very poor culture, and they try to enforce the same culture in Mercy also. So cultural clashes happen, right? So it's much better to do internal hiring, and companies therefore prefer internal hiring over external hiring. Okay, so you can do better succession planning. You will have a pool of candidates available from within the company. As a result, Mercy benefits from greater long-term stability and organizational resilience as leadership continuity and institutional knowledge are preserved. So this is another benefit. Succession planning, I hope everyone knows. Succession planning means identifying, developing, and preparing employees to take over key leadership roles when current leaders leave the organization. You're preparing people for future roles. Okay? The next benefit of talent management is you gain competitive advantage because you are creating better writers who know how to use big data analysis, who know how to use SEO, okay, who know how to do e-marketing. You're creating better people who write better articles, better quality articles, original creative articles, which means you gain a competitive advantage over your rivals. Okay? Competitive advantage in a people-driven industry. In publishing, content can be copied. Technology can be bought. But talent is hard to replicate. A strong talent pipeline becomes a sustainable competitive advantage. Now tell me, what are the problems with talent management? These are some benefits. Who can explain problems?
Ma'am, the problems are that success is not guaranteed with the talent management. Second, the employees can leave the organization after development of skills. And the third can be the cost increase because of the talent management. And that's all I know.
Okay. Other than Shubham, no one else is speaking. What happened? Please let me know what is this. Please let me know some problems with this, with the talent management.
It can be time consuming. And yeah, as Shubham said, no success guarantee.
No success guarantee. Okay. Okay, I want everyone to interact, okay, to participate. See, another problem with talent management is, see, first of all, it is very costly. You know why? Because we are sponsoring people's education, okay? We are also giving them trainings, we are hiring trainers. A lot of money needs to be spent in that. So there's a very high cost. There's a very high cost involved, but the returns, we do earn the returns, but that happens much later. So the returns are realized much later. Costs are immediate and they are very high. Second problem is people learn from the organization and they leave the organization, which is a waste of money for Mercy. They leave us, we lose the competitive advantage to our rivals, all our secrets get lost to them. This is the second benefit. Third benefit is some people are very, uh, they are lethargic or they don't want to learn new skills. They're happy with their 9 to 5 roles. They are happy with their key responsibility areas, KRAs. They don't want any job role rotation. They don't want to do ACCA. They don't want to do CPA. They don't want to do any higher education. They're not interested in learning SEO or big data tools. These people are very demotivated and they don't want to learn anything new. So they become a big hindrance in the success of the talent management program. Another problem with talent management is sometimes, see, the HR wants everyone to participate in talent management. But if my own, and I want to learn new skills, but my own boss is not giving me time to do trainings. Okay. They have burdened me with a lot of work. They're not allowing me to, like, I need 2 days a week off so that I can attend trainings, but they're not letting me take off. And they're not basically helping me participate in talent management. So if this is the case, talent management would fail. So unless and until my bosses understand the relevance of talent management, they support talent management, they buy in the idea of talent management, they know the relevance themselves of talent management, it would be a failure. So now let's read. See, first of all, the cost is very high with uncertain short-term, no, not short-term returns, long-term returns. So talent management program involves high training cost. You need to develop training modules. So developing training modules also needs a lot of time and money. Okay, so these costs are immediate, but the benefits take time to materialize. So this is one problem with talent management. The second problem is risk of trained employees leaving. They get training from us, they become skilled, and they leave us. That is another problem. The third problem with talent management is potential internal resentment and morale issues. See, I told you what is talent management. Talent management is identifying the smart people in the organization. So the other people who are not that smart, they will feel anger within them. They will hate the other employees who are getting a chance to participate in talent management. So an internal resentment would build. So talent management programs often focus on smart employees, high performers, star employees. Other employees may feel ignored. They may feel undervalued. This can reduce the team morale and create internal divisions amongst the employees. Misalignment with business strategy. Another problem is, see, the talent management program would be good if the training focuses on search engine optimization, digital big data tools, etc., e-marketing, etc. But if the training is not supporting the digital strategy, the funds are wasted. See this explanation. If talent development focuses on the wrong skills, training may not support digital strategy. Resources may be wasted. For example, over investing in the print skills, under investing in digital analytics. So if the trainings are not the right trainings, the trainings are focusing on how to print better, on the printing skills. These are not the skills which we want to actually improve. We want to improve SEO and big data. So if you're not giving trainings on these aspects, on these areas, then it's again a waste of time and money. The next one is cultural resistance to change. Some people don't want to change. In traditional publishing environments, employees may resist new skills. Editors may resist data-driven decision making using big data tools. हो सकता है editors बोले हम decide करेंगे कि आर्टिकल हम प्रोड्यूस करेंगे या नहीं. हम लोग क्लिक्स के बेसिस पे काम नहीं करेंगे. हम बिग डेटा टूल्स के बेसिस पे काम नहीं करेंगे. Editors may resist data-driven decision making. This can reduce effectiveness of the program and this can slow down the transformation process. So these are some problems with talent management. So how can we fix these problems? See, Merce should give trainings on the SEO, e-marketing and big data tools also, so that the talent management program is in sync with the digital strategy of the company. We should also not let people leave us by giving them recognition, promoting them. Okay? We should give talent management chance not just to a few employees but to every employee who wants to improve. Okay? Okay. Let everyone in the management know why talent management matters. Why is it better to motivate your employees to participate in them and not to discourage your employees from participating in this program. Okay. So doing all this will ensure that the talent management program is successful. Okay. Now tell me any doubts with big data and talent management? Are you understanding? The concepts are clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. Everyone else as well? Any questions, any doubts, anything you want me to cover specifically? Anything, please share it with me. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's take a break and then we'll continue. Okay, so let's take a break till 6:05. Hi everyone. Can we start? Yes. Okay, all right. Yeah, so we just discussed talent management and big data. Now another expected question is risk management. Since they've already given us the risk faced by the industry and the Mercy company, let's see how to manage the risks. Okay, in the Corget's paper also they have asked risk question and they have also explained why the risks are dynamic in nature. So in Corget's they have asked that why these risks are dynamic in nature and how to manage them. So risk management question can again be tested in the exam. All right, okay, so let's discuss this. How do we carry out an effective risk management? The risk of production of poor content. You know, the first type of risk. You guys are not participating. Please interact. Okay. Now tell me, how do you reduce the risk of production of poor content? Unmute yourself and speak. Yes, I'm waiting. Come on, it's a question. It's an exam question. How would you write? What would you write?
Creating a strong team of editors.
Okay, a team of editors. Okay. See, we already have a team of editors. Okay. The thing would be have stricter, stringent checks and code and a guide. Okay, what else?
We can use big data.
Yeah, definitely we can use big data to spot poor articles, articles with low likes or no likes, or articles with a lot of dislikes, articles which are not getting saved at all. People are not reading it. People are clicking the article but not reading, but leaving it midway. So, big data tools, yes. But you know what? In the answer, don't just write invest in big data. No, explain how big data will help me. Okay, give the point, explain, give a well developed, well explained point. Okay, so having stringent checks, stringent compliance checks on data quality, training people on the relevance of writing good content, original content, giving them trainings. Then,
By investing in research that what's trending in the particular industry.
what's trending? So again, big data. So big data will help us understand what do customers want, what kind of articles they want to read, what are the hot topics they want to explore. So again, we are using big data for the same. Right. So what is the nature of the risk? Mercy faces the risk of producing poor quality or irrelevant content, which can result in loss of reputation, loss of readers, decline in sales, and advertising revenue. Obviously, when we write bad articles, poor articles, advertisers don't want to advertise with us. This is a critical risk because content quality is Mercy's main source of competitive advantage. So, how should Mercy manage this risk? Just like Shalja said, strong editorial review and approval processes, clear content quality standards and ethical guidelines, training, also training them, letting them know what these standards are, explaining them these standards in detail, regular training for journalists and editors, use reader feedback and data. Like who said this? Rashi said and Samir said. Use reader feedback and data analytic tools, big data tools to assess the content relevance. Okay. Now, in the exam, we are not going to write all these points. Okay, just one point is enough. So let's say the company has 6 risks. Okay, they are asking us 6 risks. They have given us 6 risks, for example, and they give us a question of, let's say, risk management, and the question is of, let's say, 12 marks. 12 plus 4, 16. 12 technical skills and 4 are professional skills marks. So it's a 16-mark question in total. Technical skills marks are 12. You need to write only for 12 marks. Balance 4 marks are bonus marks, professional skills marks. 12 marks you need to write for. Now you need to make 6 points in total. 12 divided by 2 is equal to 6. Write 6 points explaining how to manage these risks. And also, please make sure, when I was checking some answer sheets in the past, I see people are, the question is how to manage risk. You start explaining the problem, the consequences of the risk. Like the question is very simple, risk management. You should not be explaining the risk now. They already know the risk. They've already given it to us in the pre-seen. So don't write this that poor content leads to loss of reputation, loss of readers. Don't write all this. Just make the point in 3-4 lines. Just make the point. One paragraph, 3-4 lines will give you 2 marks. Just write we should have strict editorial review and great clear content quality standards, and everyone should be properly trained. You write this much, you get marks. Okay, you get 2 marks. Or you can write just one.
Can we add here use of technology to spell check, to create good pictures relevant for the topic?
Okay, fine. So you are saying have pictures included, images included. Okay, so yeah, we can write. We can invest in better digital publishing platforms so that we can add relevant images, relevant
Use
videos,
of
audios.
Grammarly software.
But do not use the name of the software.
Okay.
Spell check. But I think spell check we're already doing. Spell check, grammar check. We already have systems in place.
Currently, I think it is being done on a manual basis.
Only one employee is there, no system. It is not happening through system. One employee is there.
Manual. It is happening through on manual basis. So if we use technology, it will be faster and quality will be much better.
Yes, big data tools can also help you in this. They can help you check grammar errors or what do you call it, spell check. So yeah, we can do that. You can write this also. Actually, this comes in editorial review only. All of this. Okay, all these checks, they come in editorial review, but yeah, you can make a separate point. Now comes the next point, which is legal risks. So, legal risk means risk of defamation because we are publishing inaccurate content. Plagiarism, we are copying others' content without giving them credits. Breaches of laws and regulations issued by NMSA. So, this can lead to legal fines and losses, legal fees and fines, and financial losses for the company. Now, tell me, all of you, how to fix this risk. Legal review of sensitive content before publication, strict plagiarism checks and copyright policies. See whether have we copied anyone else's content. Strict checks, regular training on media law and regulations. Train your journalists, your editors that these are the media laws and we need to comply with these laws. These laws could be on what content not to publish, what content could hurt the sentiments of people, or what content uh, doing what amounts to plagiarism. Okay, so all these trainings need to be given to the employees. The next one is cyber security risk. Mercy faces cyber risks such as interruption to operations, loss of unauthorized access to data, fines, and loss of reader trust. Okay, how to fix this one? Invest in cyber security systems and data protection tools. Regular system updates and penetration testing. What is penetration testing? We will attempt to break into the system and see whether the system is strong or weak. Okay, so it's like an attack which we are planning ourselves on our systems to see how strong the systems are. So regular system updates and penetration testing. The organization should frequently update its IT systems to fix bugs, improve performance, and address newly discovered security vulnerabilities. In addition, it should carry out penetration testing. You can use this word, penetration testing, where authorized experts attempt to break into the systems in order to identify weaknesses before real attackers exploit them. So it's like a test attack. It's like a planned attack by the company officials. Next is clear data access controls. So we should have well defined access controls. Like I can access this data, you cannot access this data. I will be given the password and user ID, the credentials, but not you. So clear data access controls. This means strictly controlling who can access what data within the organization. Employees should only be given access to information necessary for their role. Like if I am a very junior editor in the company, I have no business with some data, then I should not be given access to that data. Why should everyone within Mercy have access to all the data? So we should have well defined data access controls. And next is incident response and recovery plans. In case an attack happens, in case a cyber attack happens, we should build a team. We should have an incident response team or a disaster recovery team or a business continuity team, which ensures that the business operations run smoothly despite an attack. Okay, so we should keep backup of data so that the data can be retrieved readily once there is an attack. We should have the names of the key personnel ready who have to jump into action once an attack happens. Okay, we should know where the backups are kept. We should also invest in antivirus and firewall systems. Okay, we should update these systems. We should also invest in data encryption softwares which encode the data so that even if a real attack happens, the hacker won't be able to comprehend the data. The hacker can copy the data but cannot comprehend the data, which means he can't make use of this data, which means our competitive advantage will not be lost. Our secrets will not be lost. Okay, so these are some things which you can use. in the case of a cyber attack or to prevent a cyber attack. Okay, next is the risk from search engines and social media. Risk from search engines and social media. Nature of the risk. The pre-seen highlights risks from changes in algorithms, reducing search engine rankings. We saw this yesterday. These Facebook, Google, etc. They keep changing their algorithms, and which may not be in our favor. Which means that our content won't appear in the search engine listings. Social media platforms stopping distribution of Morse's content. They stop showing our content. People search for our content, but it doesn't show in the list. This can lead to lower website traffic. People won't be able to see our company in the search results. They won't visit our website. They won't see our website. Okay, people won't be able to subscribe. Okay, it would lead to reduced advertising revenue. Because why? Because the advertiser is paying us on a per click basis. When people don't visit the website, they won't click the ads of the advertiser. Advertiser won't pay us more because advertiser was paying us on per click basis. How Mercy should manage this risk? Reduce dependence on single platforms for your advertisement. Do not be dependent only on Facebook or Google. Have multiple channels through which you are advertising your platform, your content. Reduce dependence on a single platform. Strengthen direct channels such as subscriptions and email. Yeah, so we should be able to directly reach out our customers using emails and using subscriptions. Focus on high quality original content valued by algorithms. See, algorithms love original content. Algorithms love high quality original content. Even if I talk to you about LinkedIn, because I use LinkedIn a lot myself. I've lately started using LinkedIn. So one of the rule is that if you post an image, okay, your post gets a boost. And then if this image is a original image, it's not an edited or an AI image, then your post gets more boost. And if there are more comments, again more boost. Okay, or if the content is original and not copied, then also more boost. So understand the algorithm and make your policies algorithm friendly. Okay, create content which is valued by the algorithm of the platform where you are advertising your content. Okay, I hope you understood. We need to understand LinkedIn, how LinkedIn works in order to promote ourselves there. Okay, promote our content there. So focus on high quality original content valued by algorithms. Monitor the platform changes continuously. Means if LinkedIn policies have changed, monitor them, understand them. Diversification of traffic sources reduces vulnerability. So advertise yourself on multiple platforms, not just LinkedIn, not just Facebook, not just Google, but multiple other platforms available. Try to make algorithm friendly content that algorithm supports. And algorithms of almost all platforms support original content rather than copied content. Even if you give credits to the person who wrote the original content, yet your post doesn't get that reach. Okay, then understand the algorithm changes, try to monitor the algorithm changes or policy changes of these digital platforms like Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, etc. Try to understand them and try to adjust your content as per the updations made by these platforms. Okay, I hope you understood this point. This is actually a very new point. Okay, in the past pre-scenes and in fact in the past question papers, I haven't seen such a risk ever. I haven't seen this risk ever in whatever papers we have solved so far. So it's not there. Okay, risk from this. So this is a very new risk. Then comes the next one. The next one is poor economic conditions. See, it's very obvious. When I'm unemployed, I don't have money, I'm definitely not going to purchase magazines, especially leisure magazines. Okay, leisure magazines I'm never going to purchase. Advertisers won't be able to advertise themselves because during an economic downturn, okay, the advertisers first cut their marketing budget. So this means that my company is going to suffer. Economic downturns may cause what? Reduced reader spending on magazines. I don't have the money to spend on subscriptions. Lower advertising budgets. Advertisers won't have the budget to advertise with me. Okay, in case of an economic downturn. This directly affects our revenues. It affects our advertisement revenue. It affects our publications revenue, subscriptions, everything, right? How Mercy should manage this risk? Now you tell me. I'm just hiding this fact. Yes, tell me. Jaya, I just I saw your message now. I don't know which question you responded to, but respond to this question, everyone. How to fix this risk?
When we already discussed about the tier pricing, so like instead of taking like entire means plan, they can just take for whatever is relevant for them.
अच्छा ठीक है. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, correct. Tiered pricing. What else? Maybe we should also diversify and start, selling academic, educational, business news as well.
Yeah, correct.
Because we are into leisure as of now, and leisure is not a necessary thing to consume. So this is these are two things. Third,
We can
tiers.
focus
Okay,
on digital now. Like as of now, our main
digital.
focus is printing. So digital we can
Yeah,
focus.
yeah. Because digital means we won't have to incur any printing costs,
Correct.
any paper and ink costs. So it is definitely less costly. I mean, the additional cost is definitely lower. The marginal cost of releasing a digital magazine is much, much lower as compared to the marginal cost of releasing a print magazine. Okay, what else?
Expanding geographical boundaries.
Expanding geographical boundaries. Yeah, definitely. If your country is facing an economic downturn, so we need to expand to other countries where the economy is doing good. This is also one. Okay.
We can reduce our non-essential cost. Like
Yeah, see, if we expand our digital offerings, means if we start spending, I mean, if we start selling a lot of digital magazines, we can probably do sale and lease back. We have multiple offices, right?
correct.
So another thing which we can do maybe is sell some of our offices and lease them back. Or another thing could be if we actually stop doing a lot of printed copy production, then we can sell some of our buildings like forever. We don't need that much space then.
Might be we can opt for doing the printing for some other means magazine or
Outsourcing.
organization. Yeah, correct. Not outsourcing. Like since we have a production facility of printing here, so we can do for some other person and we can charge them for printing at our premise.
Okay, so you're saying diversification.
Yeah, correct. Yes,
Okay, adding this particular service to our portfolio.
true.
Okay, see, you know what? All these points are correct, but we will write the easier answer first. Okay, see, diversification is something which is very, very different, and it's a very new product to our profile. So we can definitely write this answer, but the thing is, we have to write just one point. So we will write the easiest one. I mean, which we are actually the chances are high of implementing that. So one is very obvious, which is tiered pricing. It is the easiest. So tiered pricing is the easiest which we can do. Offer flexible pricing and subscription options by providing different pricing tiers, example basic, standard, premium, monthly, annual plans, family plans, corporate plans. कर सकते हो ना corporate plans. Mercy can appeal to price sensitive customers and retain subscribers even during economic downturns, reducing cancellations. increasing digital offerings with lower marginal cost. Digital content has very low additional cost per extra customer as compared to print. Expanding digital products helps Marseille scale revenue without a proportional increase in cost, improving margins and resilience. So simply say that let's increase our digital offerings because the marginal cost of one additional digital magazine is much lower than one additional print magazine. So this helps us increase our revenue without a proportional increase in the costs. We can control our operating costs. ठीक है, we can try to reduce our cost. See, if we are doing printing, ठीक है, so now I told you कि let's increase our digital offerings. So if we increase our digital offerings, maybe we are reducing printing now. So some of our resources are going waste. See, some of our printing machinery is going waste. So what we can do, we can, whatever printing we are doing, okay, let's outsource it if outsourcing is much cheaper. Okay, so we can control our operating costs by outsourcing the printing work to other printing companies. Okay, if we are we doing our own distribution or are we relying on distribution companies? We are relying on distribution companies. Yeah, we are relying on distribution companies. So that is okay. Control operating costs. Then next is diversify revenue streams. Relying on a single income source increases risk by developing multiple revenue streams. Subscriptions, digital products. Sell events also. Like don't just sell magazines, sell events also. So to your readers, to your existing subscribers, send them advertisements of attending events which are paid events. These could be webinars, these could be face-to-face sessions also. Okay, enter into partnerships with other brands, okay, who pay you for writing articles together. So two companies, Marseille and another company, both of you write an article together, you do co-branding, and this other company pays you. And like you said, if we have extra space available, since we have multiple offices and we have printing, in-house printing facilities available as well. So if we have the extra resources available, then we can take up printing for any other company. Okay. But I don't think we are going to do printing for our competitor. But yeah, we can do printing for anyone, right? Need not be a magazine company.
Newspaper print कर सकते हैं.
हाँ.
It will be.
So we can do that.
Horizontal integration.
Horizontal integration. Okay, but you know what? Since they are asking you just one point now, so expanding to other countries, it is a very aggressive move. Or doing printing for other companies, again a very different move. Write more obvious points. जैसे कि the first point is good one, second point is also good, third is also okay. But then in the exam, write either first or second.
Understood.
Okay, now they are giving us partnerships. Okay, I have already discussed. We can enter into partnerships. When we are partnerships means what? You enter into a joint venture with another company. You are collaborating with another company to create content, to distribute content. For example, let's say we don't have big data capabilities. We don't have e-marketing capabilities. So you enter into a joint venture with a company which is into e-marketing, which is into e-marketing and SEO and all. So partner with them. Okay, do joint ventures with them. Do joint ventures with event management companies. Yes, event management companies do what? Event management companies plan online webinars, parties, business conferences, workshops, exhibitions. So enter into a partnership with these event management companies and sell the tickets to their events on your platform, which is Marseille, and earn commission. Okay, earn money from that. So what are you doing? You're helping the event management companies sell tickets to the conferences on Marseille's platform. What does Marseille get? Marseille enjoys some commission. So partner with these event management companies and sell tickets to the events, conferences, etc. Collaborate with educational institutions or professional bodies. Benefit of joint venture is you share your costs and the risks with the joint venture partner. your reach improves. Okay, fine, ठीक है. The next risk that we are facing is problems with the paper suppliers. Paper supply issues can cause inability to print magazines on time, increased paper costs, and cash flow pressure. Okay, so how do you fix this risk? Increase paper cost, what do? Switch to digital offerings, more digital offerings, enter into long-term contracts with your paper suppliers so that you do not face a major price variation. Purchase in bulk so that you enjoy a bulk discount. So any other point?
Credit period, like 90 days. Cash flow will be managed. Yeah.
Credit period, yes. Try to negotiate a good credit period with your suppliers. Paper supply issue means your suppliers are not able to sell you paper on time. So have contracts with multiple suppliers. In fact, we have contracts with multiple suppliers. We already have contracts with multiple paper suppliers. So don't be dependent on one supplier. How mercy? Now, just one thing. What is commercial acumen? Commercial acumen is one professional skill. तो यहाँ पे ना अगर आप ये लिखोगे ना, start making your own paper by doing backward integration, तो it is a very aggressive point. You can't tell the company कि आप अपना business ही बदल दो. तो do not ask the company to do vertical integration here or backward integration. Don't ask the company to make its own paper now.
Okay. It will not be a good move because we are already moving towards digitalization. We should not go backward.
So you're saying it won't be a good move, na?
Yeah, correct. Yes, ma'am.
It won't be a good move. So if you write this point, na, it is, first of all, your point doesn't exhibit commercial acumen. हम लोग डिजिटाइजेशन की तरफ जा रहे हैं, आप कह रहे हो कि पेपर बनाना शुरू कर दो. और वर्टिकल इंटीग्रेशन एक्चुअली इट्स वेरी अग्रेसिव मूव. हम ऐसे नहीं कर सकते. इट्स नॉट अ वेरी ऑब्वियस मूव. ऑब्वियसली कंपनी ने सोचा होगा पहले इसके बारे में. मेकिंग योर ओन पेपर, मेकिंग एवरीथिंग ऑन योर ओन, इट इज वेरी कॉस्टली. तो देयर इज अ रीजन व्हाई वी आर परचेजिंग इट फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. ओके, अब जैसे रेस्ट ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री इज डूइंग प्रिंटिंग, is outsourcing printing. We are doing printing in house. This must be for a good reason, I believe. Okay, but if there is no good reason, and in fact outsourcing is much better, then we should outsource. Because anyways our public revenue from publications is going down, and I believe a lot of this revenue is coming from paper based magazines. So when your revenue from paper based magazine is going down, why do you have in-house printing facilities? Those in-house printing facilities are blocking a lot of your capital. There are so many people you would have hired for printing, right? So if you think outsourcing is much better, than outsource if it is cheaper. So this is okay. So this is what this is the risk.
मैम,
How we should, हाँ,
जो हमारा इसमें ये लॉन्ग टर्म कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वाला जो हमने पॉइंट डाला है, तो ये चीज प्रीसीन में पहले से लिखी हुई है, तो हम ये पॉइंट डाल सकते हैं बात इसमें.
वैसे तो आई वुड सजेस्ट मत लिखो, क्योंकि वी ऑलरेडी हैव इम्प्लीमेंटेड दिस पॉइंट. ठीक है, तो आप क्या लिखो, लाइक जितेंद्र टोल्ड कि लेट्स नेगोशिएट लॉन्गर क्रेडिट टर्म्स विद आवर पेपर सप्लायर्स टू मैनेज आवर कैश फ्लोज बेटर. दिस इज वन गुड पॉइंट. यू कैन राइट reduced reliance on print by expanding digital editions. You write this much, you get 2 marks. लेकिन अगर नहीं आ रहा कोई पॉइंट याद, तो इसको आप लिख सकते हो. लेकिन कैसे लिखोगे? Just mention we should continue to maintain relationships with multiple suppliers and not be dependent on a single supplier for our paper supply. तो ऐसे करके लिख दो कि just mention we are already doing this and we should always strive to maintain this position. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
But when you write an additional point which is not given in the pre-seen, the chances are high you will get full marks. The next one is problems with platform suppliers. Nature of the risk. Mercy relies on digital publishing platforms. Problems can result in inability to offer digital content. Be unable to publish or update content. See, it can happen that I am basically, hosting my content on a platform, and I'm paying fee to that platform for hosting my content. My subscribers can read the content from that platform, and I pay a fees to that platform. But it could happen that one fine day, the platform provider faces outage, downtime, because of which the content won't be visible to my readers and subscribers. They will be frustrated. They would leave me. They would not renew the subscriptions. Service disruption for readers. Experience outages that frustrate the subscribers. ये भी हो सकता है कि I'm not able to even upload the content on that platform because that platform is facing some outage, downtime issues. Mercy delivers its content digitally via website. Application नहीं है, delete कर दो इस point को. Via website and other subscription platforms. To do this, it depends on external platform suppliers such as website hosting providers who maintain our website, content management systems which help us publish and write content, payment platforms, subscription platforms who help us receive payments from the readers. And these platforms are not owned by Mercy. How Mercy should manage this risk? Use reliable, reputable platform suppliers, platform providers. Choose suppliers with proven track records of very high uptime history, strong security and uptime history. Include service level agreements. What is a service level agreement? A service level agreement is a contract that sets minimum performance standards between Mercy and the third party supplier, platform supplier, such as an uptime guarantee of, for example, 99.9%. तो आप SLA में एक clause डलवा सकते हो. Service level agreement is agreement between Mercy and the platform provider. उसमें आप एक क्लॉज डलवा लो कि हमें मिनिमम गारंटी 99% की चाहिए. अगर आप एक्सीड, आपका अगर अप टाइम इससे कम होता है, यू विल बी पेनलाइज्ड. यू हैव टू पे अस. Mercy receives a penalty from the provider. So have SLAs with clauses of uptime guarantees incorporated. Response times if systems go down. अगर सप्लायर का सिस्टम डाउन होता है तो वो कितने टाइम में सिस्टम को फिर से कंटिन्यू कर पाएगा, ये भी आप उससे पूछोगे और लिखवाओगे अपने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट में कि इन 24 आवर्स, इन 12 आवर्स द सिस्टम विल बी अप. So mention, negotiate these terms and conditions and get them incorporated in the service level agreement. Clauses could be related to uptime guarantees and response times from the provider if his systems go down. Penalties if the standards are not met. अगर आपका अप टाइम 99% नहीं होगा या आपका रिस्पॉन्स टाइम आपके प्रोमिस्ड रिस्पॉन्स टाइम से ज्यादा हो गया तो आपको हमें पेनल्टीज देनी होगी. ठीक है. ऑल ऑफ दीज अग्रीमेंट्स हैव टू बी नेगोशिएटेड एंड दिस होल्ड्स द सप्लायर्स अकाउंटेबल. Okay, this is how you can manage this risk. Maintain backup systems.
I think these days this clause in the SLA is very common. Uptime guarantees.
Sorry? This is very common. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, nowadays it's very common. We do have a couple of vendors where uptime guarantee clause is there.
Definitely, it would be there because see, what do we want from our platform suppliers? We want access. So we want at least 99% access, like access 99% time. Okay, 1% there could be a downtime. Okay, there could be some disruption, which is okay, but then 99% we want uptime. We want this guaranteed. Yeah, this is very common because this is this is our product. This is what am I purchasing from my provider? An uptime guarantee. I want uptime so that my readers can see the articles whenever they want to. I can upload the content on the platform whenever I want to. I can update the content on the platform whenever I want to. Update भी करती हूँ मैं ना. For example, I have already uploaded some articles, but then later on some event happened, some interview happened, and now I want to embed, I want to incorporate that video also into the article. So after some days, I want to update that content by incorporating this new interview. So I can't do this if the system is not running. So this is a very common clause: uptime guarantee, response time guarantee. The next one is maintain backup systems in alternative platforms. Mercy should have backup servers. We should have disaster recovery systems and alternative platforms ready. So we should be ready. It could happen that these standards are not met by the supplier. His response time is very high. We can't risk losing our subscribers. We can't frustrate them. So we should have alternative arrangements ready. We should have disaster recovery systems. We should have incident response systems in backup servers. So this ensures continuity of digital services. Okay, write one point. You write this point, it's a very good point. या फिर आप ये भी लिख सकते हो, कुछ भी लिख दो, एक लिखना है. Okay. Okay, the next one is loss of key persons. Loss of key persons means our editor-in-chief, very key people, key journalists, they leave us. Which means loss of senior editors or key creative staff can lead to inability to deliver strategy because they implemented something but they were not able to complete the implementation because they left in between. It would lead to decline in content quality. How Mercy should manage this risk? By talent management, doing succession planning, okay, promoting your staff, providing them a flexible environment so that they don't leave us. Also, another thing is, which actually it's a very important point, knowledge sharing and documentation. Whatever knowledge is created within the organization, especially by these key people, it should be stored somewhere safely so that even after they leave the organization, we have the key information ready with us. We don't lose knowledge when these people leave us. So we should have access to, in many organizations, knowledge management is not done. Knowledge management simply means the employees know a lot of things, but they are not documenting it anywhere. They're not being stored anywhere. Which means if these people leave us, we leave all the knowledge which is in their heads. So we should do proper good knowledge management and document knowledge, the key secrets, the key assets of the company, the key intangibles of the company. Provide them career development opportunities, competitive remuneration, promotion so that they don't leave us. Okay, that's the best we can do. The next one is foreign currency risk. Tell me, how do you fix foreign currency risk?
Hedging contract, cash flow, hedging.
Forward contracts.
Yes. So all these points you can write. Hedging the foreign currency exposure. Okay. Regularly monitoring the exchange rate movements. Okay. The next one is climate change risk. Climate change risk is what? Climate change risk means operational disruption from extreme weather events. Like, let's say floods happened, right? Because of which I could not get my paper on time because the roads were flooded. I could not distribute my magazines to the retailers on time because the roads were flooded. Next is reputational damage if Mercy is seen as taking insufficient action. Flooding or storms can shut down the printing presses. Power outages can happen because of floods, which will stop magazine production, print copy production. Paper supply may be delayed due to transport issues. How to fix this risk?
मैम हम कुछ डिलीवरी सॉफ्टवेयर्स में वो कर सकते हैं इन्वेस्ट, जिससे हम रूट एनालिसिस कर पाएं, डिफरेंट एनालिसिस कर पाएं, जिससे हम अपने जो ट्रांसपोर्ट के इश्यूज हैं उनको कम कर सकें.
By taking insurance coverage.
Okay, you know what? Insurance is basically transfer of risk. And insurances are very costly. The premiums are very costly. Especially when the amount of loss is very high, then premiums are very costly. So insurance you can write. See, in TARA, which is the TARA approach, right now the question is how to reduce the risk. Okay, so insurances actually transfer our risk. Okay, the question is how to reduce the risk. That's what the question is.
Digitalization करके like digital
Absolutely.
first thing.
Don't be dependent upon paper much. क्योंकि if you are selling digital stuff now, then you are not much impacted by these weather events. To a small extent, you may be, but then not much. So one is digital offerings. Okay, focus more on selling digital magazines. Now tell me a response for reputational damage. If Merce is seen as taking insufficient action, मतलब अभी हमें भी कुछ करना होगा for climate change, so that we reduce this risk of reputational damage. So we should use recycled paper for our print magazines. We should use energy efficient equipment which uses less energy, and we should focus more on renewable sources of energy. We should use biofuel to fuel our devices, solar energy, etc. So if we do all this, then our reputational damage is improved. एक और point आप लिख सकते हो इसमें integrated reporting या फिर sustainability reporting. When you tell the world कि हम ये सारे steps ले रहे हैं, then they will be happy with us and we won't face any reputational risk. So either do integrated reporting or sustainability reporting and let everyone know that these are the steps which we are taking for the environment, and this is how we are helping the environment and reducing climate change risk. Okay, so these points we can write. Reduce the environmental impact of printing. Do less printing, which means less exposure to paper, energy, and transport disruptions. Increase digital publishing, like Jitendra said. Digital content can still be delivered even if physical operations are disrupted. Next, communicate sustainability initiatives transparently by doing integrated reporting or sustainability reporting. It shows that Merce is taking climate responsibility seriously, protecting our reputation. Work with environmentally responsible suppliers, paper mills supplying. You know what? This point is actually given in the pre-seen. We are already doing this. So that is why I would suggest don't write this point, because it's given very clearly that not just Merce is a responsible company, like an environmentally responsible company. We ensure that our suppliers are also eco-friendly. Their practices are also sustainable. It's given in the pre-seen. तो यहाँ पे फिर से लिखा है कि work with environmentally responsible suppliers, paper mills supplying recycled paper, and paper mills, मतलब our suppliers, they run on renewable energy. So tell the world that not just we are sustainable, even our suppliers are sustainable. So this protects reputation and long-term sustainability. Okay, so this is all about the risk management question. Now comes the Mendelov matrix. How should Merce manage its stakeholders using Mendelow's matrix? Stakeholder management, everyone understands. In the exam, if they want to test Mendelov, they can ask you what are the demands of the stakeholders of Merce and how these demands are conflicting with each other. So right now, let's discuss very quickly the power and interest of the different people of the company. First, let's talk about who are the key stakeholders of the company. The board of directors, senior management, the major shareholders like the institutional investors, they have 60% of our shares. And then the key advertisers of the company. Yeah, everything will be shared tonight. Okay. Everything will be shared tonight. Do not worry. All the notes, all annotations, anything, I'll be sending everything again. Okay, don't worry. So, key stakeholders हमारे ये हैं. Key stakeholders means these people have high interest and high power. Okay, so these stakeholders have high interest and high power. So, why they are here? Now, why the directors have high power, tell me? Because they are the key strategy makers of the company. Why do they have high interest? because they have an interest in the dividends of the company, in the profits of the company. Okay, they are running the company, so they are accountable for the performance of the company. Now tell me, what do the major shareholders want?
Increase in wealth.
Yeah, they want increase in their wealth. They want Mercy to invest in those projects which are high return and low risk projects. They don't want to invest in very risky projects. Okay, if you can recall the Corget's question, in Corget's question we said that shareholders would love this idea of investing in the AI simulation tool, but it seems to be very risky. Okay, it can cause us a high reputational risk. So okay, so this is what they want. What the key advertisers want? Key advertisers want performance analytics from us. They want the customers' data from us. Okay, they want how their advertisements be performed. How many clicks? How many saves? How many signups? How many purchases? Okay, this is the data that they expect from us. They have high interest. Now they want to know how the advertisements performed. ठीक है, क्योंकि जितने ज्यादा लोगों ने क्लिक किया, chances are high that they will purchase something from the advertisers. So that's what they want from us. They want to know, or they are interested in how many people viewed their ads. They have a high power also, because why they have a high power? They can expand to non-magazine channels also to advertise themselves, right? It is given in the pre-seen, right? प्रीसी में लिखा है ना कि एडवर्टाइजर्स इंडस्ट्री चैलेंज सेक्शन में चीज लिखी है कि एडवर्टाइजर्स सिर्फ मैगजीन कंपनीज के पास ही एडवर्टाइज नहीं कर सकते, उनके पास नॉन मैगजीन चैनल्स भी हैं लाइक गूगल, फेसबुक एटसेट्रा. तो दे हैव अ हाई बार्गेनिंग पावर, especially these very big advertisers. They can easily switch, replace us. So these are therefore very key players of the company. They have a high power, they have a high interest. So how should you manage them? All of these people. Regular strategic updates and performance reporting. Tell the advertisers how their ads performed. Tell the shareholders how is the company performing. Involvement in major decisions. So if you are doing digital expansion, if you're doing something major, involve the shareholders, take their views on the same. Transparent communication with your advertisers. Okay, because see, advertisers are your customers. Okay, advertisers are your customers, they're paying you. So do transparent communication with them. For example, the key advertisers of the company must be involved in discussions. Okay, the key advertisers must be involved in discussions about targeted advertising, digital audience data, and changing advertising formats. This builds trust and long-term relationships. So share all the customer insights with them. Share the advertisement performance details with them, like number of clicks, saves, signups, etc. Okay, share all this data with them on a timely and transparent way. Do not hide data from them. Now let me change this. This is not low interest, this is high interest. Okay, I'll change it. Okay, I'll change this data. Just give me a second. Let me note this down. So this is page 130. No, this is page 39. All right, okay. So now comes who? Okay, now tell me about all these people. Who are they? High, low. Tell me about their power first. Jaya, you are from VGLD, right? Fine, okay, okay. ठीक है. Yes, so NMSA is high par. Tell me, what is the par of NMSA? Quickly, all of you, please participate. We have got 20-25 people. What is the par of NMSA? And what is the interest? First, talk about par.
High power, high interest.
High power, high interest.
What is their par? What can they do?
They can impose the penalty in case of deviation from the rules and regulations.
Yes. They conduct investigations and consider complaints made against any magazine company. Okay. What is their interest?
Content should be as per the regulations, whatever is being issued by them.
Yes, they want to ensure accurate, unbiased, non-controversial, original content. Okay, you can check the pre-seen. In pre-seen, it's written. What does NMSA want? So therefore they regulate all magazine publishers. ठीक है, next. प्लेटफॉर्म सप्लायर्स में क्या होगा? प्लेटफॉर्म सप्लायर्स क्या हैं?
वेबसाइट के लिए जो प्लेटफॉर्म यूज कर रहे हैं हम लोग.
See, they have high power. Now, right now we don't know how many platform suppliers are available. See, if there are multiple platform suppliers available, then obviously I would say they don't have a very high power. But you know what? I'll still say they have a high power. I would say they have a medium power because basically my content is uploaded on their platforms. And if their platform doesn't behave well, there is there's a high downtime or something, then it impacts my credibility, Mercy's credibility. So I would say it's a medium risk. Sorry, it's a medium power. But right now I don't have information on this. So I will skip this in my answer. I won't write this point in my answer. See, I know there are multiple paper suppliers available. Your paper suppliers would be low power, na? Let me get this entire section changed. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me change this, okay? This is low power. Paper suppliers have low power. Why? Because there are multiple suppliers available. Platform suppliers, I don't have information. I don't know how many people are available, how many suppliers are available. Okay, paper suppliers have low power because there are multiple people, multiple supplier available. So this is one thing. Secondly, I would think the demand for paper supplies is anyways going down, right? Because the demand for print magazines is going down. So the demand for paper anyways is going down. So they don't stand a chance. Like they don't have high power at all. They have a low power. What about their interest? You can say they have a medium interest or high भी लिख सकते हो if you want to. What is their interest exactly?
Getting business from us.
Yeah, they want timely payments from us. They want us to comply with all the terms and conditions of the contract. They want timely payments basically. Yeah, but they're interested in what they have an interest, because we are a very large publisher. We are one of the 5 largest publishers of the country. So they are dependent on their business for us. So they definitely want to know how many paper magazines are we going to sell in the future, and is their business going to go down with us or increase with us. So they're definitely interested in, because you know what, we enter into long term contracts with them. It is given there. So if we cancel the contracts, or if we reduce the volume that we purchase from them, because the volume is definitely going to go down, because the revenue from publications is going down, demand for print magazines is going down. So they are definitely worried about their business, because paper suppliers business is going to go down, because our demand for paper is going down. And not just this, I think other companies like newspaper consumption has gone down. See, paper based consumption, now paper consumption in general has gone down only. So paper suppliers definitely have an interest in us. They have high interest in us. Okay, so So how to keep the NMSA happy with us? Ensure strict legal and regulatory compliance with the NMSA NMSA code. With your suppliers, just ensure timely payments to your suppliers. Ensure timely communication with your suppliers. That's it. Ensure data protection laws are followed, content standards are followed, employees are well trained on media laws. Okay, the next one is low bar and high interest. These people have low bar and high interest, right? I hope you agree with this. Okay. See, one individual reader, because we don't have corporate readers, we don't sell any corporate plans. So we are not dependent upon one single customer for most of our sales. See, if we had a lot of corporate subscribers, then they would have high power. Do you agree with this? See, if we are selling corporate plans, so these companies are our customers. So the companies are low power or high power? If we were selling corporate plans, we are not selling corporate plans. I'm just saying that if we were selling corporate plans to companies, then companies are what? Low power or high power?
High power.
High power. Here readers are individual readers only. ठीक है, हम लोग कोई फैमिली प्लान या कॉर्पोरेट प्लान वी आर नॉट सेलिंग, तो हम एज्यूम कर रहे हैं वी आर जस्ट सेलिंग टू इंडिविजुअल रीडर्स. इंडिविजुअल रीडर्स हैव लो पावर इन जनरल. Okay, but see, exhibits can give you some additional facts. Readers are also of two types. One is print based readers, one is digital readers. तो हमें देखना है, digital readers can easily switch, can easily replace us in case we don't meet their demands. So we need to see, we need to see the data from the exhibit also. But yeah, in general, readers have a low power. But also mention, we need to upgrade, we need to update ourselves, update our content, we need to use big data tools so that we can keep them happy. Employees have a low power because they don't have any decision making power as such. Okay, I'm talking about the regular employees of the company. But what about editor-in-chief? What about senior journalists? These people are not easily replaceable. So then what power they have? Editor-in-chief, senior journalists. They have a what power? High, low?
High power.
They have a high power. Freelance contributors in general have a low power. But what about expert freelance contributors? High power. ठीक है, तो ये लिख सकते हो, अपने आंसर में ही लिख सकते हो कि these are the freelance the general ones, non-expert freelance contributors. But please keep your point very short. Okay. So yeah, what is their interest? Their interest is generally high. They want to know how is the company performing. Okay, because their pay depends upon the performance of the company, and they also want to know, they're always interested in what kind of content Mercy will ask them to make. So the freelance contributors are given the articles, the topics. So they're always interested in what kind of topics we are going to share with them. Readers are also interested. So yeah, in general, these people have high interest. Readers care about the content quality, pricing, job security. Job security is for employees. Individually, they have a limited power. How should you manage your readers and all? To manage your readers, clear communication with the readers about changes in the content, pricing, plans, and formats. Engage with your readers via feedback, surveys, quizzes, etc. Transparent communication with your employees during any transformation that you do in the company. Means if you do any change in the company, you should do good change management by convincing your employees, communicating and educating your employees. So do you remember those 5 styles of change management? By educating your employees.
Authoritative, charismatic.
नहीं, 5 styles of change management, which is there in chapter 13, change. Lewin's change model के अंदर एक है ना, एक point है. There's a paragraph on 5 styles of change management. So one is direction, one is coercion, one is participation.
Yeah.
And intervention.
Coercion भी है एक point. Education, okay, direction. So do transparent communication with your employees during transformation. मतलब take your employees into confidence. If they have any concerns, any queries, address them. ठीक है, बस यही लिखना और कुछ नहीं लिखना. And just one more thing. I know many of you have read and many of you remember the Mendelov matrix. And Mendelov matrix very clearly says that if you have low power, high interest, you need to be kept informed. But I suggest there is no need to cram this part. No need to write keep informed. Simply make the point. Okay, just make the point that we need to keep our employees informed about any strategies or new changes we are making. Keep your customers informed about this. So even if you can't remember this part, I myself don't remember this because I just know how to manage my stakeholder. I don't remember these terms like, okay, this stakeholder has to be kept satisfied, this stakeholder has to be kept informed. Just don't remember all this. Just make your point that this is how we are going to see. They're simply going to ask you a question, how to best manage your stakeholder. जितना आप कर सकते हो उसके लिए, जिसको करके आपको लॉस नहीं होने वाला, आप उतना कर दो. ठीक है? Of course, you are not going to make one customer, one stakeholder happy at the expense of another. But then whatever best you can do for everyone and maintain a balance, that is the best answer. So no need to write in your answer कि this has to be kept informed because it has low power and high interest. This has to be kept satisfied because this has this and this. Don't write this. Okay, just make your point. And one more thing. If you simply write that this stakeholder has low power and high interest, probably you won't get marks. You have to explain why they have a low power and why they have a high interest. Okay, and instead of high, if you by mistake write medium also, then it's okay. They won't deduct your marks for this also. Okay, so the readers, how should you inform your readers? Readers should be informed about subscription benefits, change in the plans, digital improvements that you're making, any sustainability initiatives that you're making, because you might have some green customers also who want to know what are the initiatives Mercy has taken to promote sustainability. बताओ उनको कि आप ये काम कर रहे हो एनवायरमेंट को बचाने के लिए. उनको ये भी बताओ कि हमने एक नया प्लान इंट्रोड्यूस किया है जिस प्लान में आपको ये बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे, या फिर आपके कोई एग्जिस्टिंग सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं उनके प्लान में कोई चेंजेस हुए हैं प्राइसिंग में या बेनिफिट्स में, तो उनको ये भी कम्युनिकेट करो. आपकी पॉलिसीज अगर चेंज हुई हैं वो भी उनको कम्युनिकेट करो. ठीक है? सो दैट्स व्हाट यू हैव टू डू. रीडर्स शुड बी केप्ट इन्फॉर्म्ड अबाउट ऑल दीज थिंग्स. दिस हेल्प्स मेंटेन लॉयल्टी एंड ट्रस्ट. Okay. Now the next one is the general public. See, general public जो होती है ना, उनका इन जनरल लो पावर और लो इंटरेस्ट होता है, या फिर छोटे मोटे सप्लायर जिनसे हम कुछ बहुत बड़ा रॉ मटेरियल नहीं ले रहे, बहुत ही छोटे मोटे. So they don't have a very high interest in us because they know that we are not going to purchase frequently from them. So they are not much interested. Okay. We are just making one-off purchases from them. So these are very small customers. Small customers भी इसमें आ सकते हैं. Small customer means a person who purchases my magazine just once in a year or once in 2 years. So these people are also not my major or my loyal customers. So these are minor suppliers, minor customers, general public. They have limited influence and limited interest, but they are still capable of becoming important if circumstances change later. How Mercy should manage them? Monitor the sentiment and emerging issues. Minimal but appropriate communication. Okay. So what do you have to do for them, for the public at large? Just ensure you're not taking any actions against the public interest. You're not releasing any controversial content. You're not hurting the sentiments of the public at large. You're not producing any offensive content. Okay. So if you do this, the public will be happy. The public will only be angered with you if you are hurting their sentiments, their religious sentiments. Okay. If you're basically making a joke of their caste or something. So don't do this and they will be happy with you. You can actually write these points. Don't hurt their sentiments, monitor sentiments and all. But Mercy should ensure no stakeholder is ignored completely. We can't afford to ignore a single stakeholder because today they have a low power, tomorrow they can collude with other people and gain more power. Okay. Okay, now I want to do a question on customer relationship management. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, this is a very important question. In fact, I would want to cover integrated reporting also with you once. Okay. So now first of all, is there anyone in the session? अच्छा मुझे बताओ, are you gaining confidence? देखो अभी तक हमने क्या discuss किया? Let me write. We have discussed the big data pros and cons. We have discussed talent management program. और क्या किया discuss हमने Mendello matrix. What else?
Risk management.
Risk management we have discussed. Risk management is a high chance of getting tested. Big data also. In fact, integrated reporting also. ठीक है. And in fact, sustainability reporting also. इन्होंने एकदम क्लियरली लिखा है प्रीसीन में कि वी वांट टू ट्रांसपेरेंटली कम्युनिकेट विद माय कम्युनिटी एंड द एनवायरमेंट. तो दिस इज बेस्ट डन वाया सस्टेनेबिलिटी रिपोर्टिंग. और एक जगह ये भी लिखा है प्रीसीन में कि आई वांट टू कम्युनिकेट विद ऑल माय स्टेक होल्डर्स. सारे स्टेक होल्डर्स से कम्युनिकेट करने के लिए हम क्या करते हैं? इंटीग्रेटेड रिपोर्टिंग. आई एम टेलिंग यू एवरीवन, देखो 2 सेट्स आएंगे ना आपके. एक किसी ना किसी के सेट में या फिर दोनों के सेट्स में आ सकता है इंटीग्रेटेड या फिर सस्टेनेबिलिटी. दोनों के चांसेस आने की लो है बट आ भी सकते हैं, लेकिन एक तो कंफर्म है. ओके. एंड वी आर डेफिनेटली गोइंग टू डू सम इन्वेस्टमेंट in IT. It could be anything, but we are definitely going to do some investment in IT. And if they ask you to recommend whether this should be done or not, so you can use SFA. Everyone knows how to use SFA. In fact, if they ask you that we want to acquire a foreign company, we want to acquire some company, then also we can use SFA, whether we should acquire this company or not. Is there anyone in the session who doesn't know SFA? It's a very important model. I'm telling you, there will be one question on SFA. So either we acquire a company in a foreign country or in our country. Foreign country के chances ज़्यादा होते हैं. या फिर हम लोग invest करें IT में, उसमें SFA use हो सकता है. Okay, don't worry. I'll explain. Okay. So now let's do one thing. Let's do CRM. Okay. Pros and cons of investing in CRM software. Customer relationship management. What is this? Who would want to explain? Customer relationship management is that, let's say I'm Myntra. Okay. My company is Myntra. And I have many customers with me who are registered on my application, on my website, who have registered on my website. Now, whenever they place any new order, the CRM immediately captures all this data, that who ordered, what address, what dress, navy blue dress, the color, the size, okay. And in fact, when I wishlist something, that wish listing also gets captured by CRM. CRM को पता चल जाएगा कि ठीक है, I am interested in buying this blue dress, that's why I wishlisted it. Okay. Or if I put a navy blue dress to my cart, I don't purchase it, I just put it in my cart, then also CRM captures all this data. ठीक है. उसके basis पे CRM is going to send me notifications via the app, etc. अब I have wishlisted something. After 2 days, I get a notification that, hi Archana, the blue dress which you wishlisted is soon going to be out of stock. Because earlier 20 dresses were available, now less dresses are available, so it's soon going to be out of stock. Or hi Archana, there's a price drop of the item which you wishlisted. Buy it soon. So this is what? This is who is sending me these emails or these notifications? Is someone manually sending me? No, right? कोई मैनुअली तो नहीं भेज रहा मुझे. कौन भेज रहा है? CRM is regularly communicating with the customers, understanding customers behavior, understanding what clicks we are making. और एक और चीज, CRM सिर्फ तब डेटा कैप्चर नहीं करता जब कस्टमर्स कुछ परचेज करते हैं, वो तब भी करता है कैप्चर जब कस्टमर्स साइट को विजिट करते हैं. जैसे व्हेन आई ओपन मिंत्रा, I always open the garment section. I never visit jewelry. I never visit anything else but just clothes. उसको पता है कि I'm always interested in clothes, not jewelry. Clothes में भी उनको पता है कि I'm interested in western wear and not the traditional wear. So they are collecting data about every click I'm making when I'm within the app or when I'm within the website. So any item which I wish list, any item which I put to the cart, or any item which I purchase, or what do you say? What kind of ratings have I given on my past purchases? All this data is captured by the CRM. But वो CRM capture करके बैठ नहीं जाता. उस डेटा के बेसिस डेटा को पहले वो एनालाइज करेगा. एनालाइज कौन करेगा? CRM में बिग डेटा एम्बेडेड होता है. बिग डेटा टूल्स आर एम्बेडेड इन CRM. तो बिग डेटा टूल्स उस डेटा को एनालाइज करेंगे, फिर उनको समझ में आएगा कि Archana is interested. Her past behavior, her past purchase history proves that this is her size and this is her favorite color, black and blue. तो उसके बेसिस पे अब वो मुझे recommendations भेजेगा. This happens. So once I was trying to purchase something, I did not purchase. Next day I got a call. It was not Myntra, it was some other company, LimeRoad. I was trying to purchase something. I did not purchase it eventually. Next day I got a call from the sales team. You were trying to purchase something last night. Do you want our help? ठीक है, चलो वो तो मैनुअल हो गया, लेकिन all this data is being captured and analyzed by CRM. उसके बेसिस पे they send me recommendations, जिससे the chances of conversion, the chances that their recommendations I actually purchase increases. Okay, so CRM concept is clear to everyone. Concept is clear, right? Okay, so now let's do one thing. We'll take a break again and then we'll continue with CRM. Okay, so before we go on a break, any questions, anything you want to ask, please feel free to ask.
Ma'am, yesterday you told you will be giving means each chapter wise which 2 or 3 topics we need to cover. I think it is already covered in these 184.
I was about to tell you this.
Yeah.
I was about to tell you this कि whatever important topics जो जिसपे chances बहुत है ना, वो already इसमें है document में. तो अलग से there's no need for me to provide any list.
Yeah, fine.
ठीक है. In fact, I suggest, see, whatever revision I did with you guys ना previously, whatever revision we did ना, that was a pure theory revision, right? And it was a generic revision. और ये जो revision है ना इस notes में, these are customized notes.
Correct, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो इसको पढ़ लो, दिस इज इनफ. ठीक है, आपको कोई रिवीजन नोट्स नहीं पढ़ने, कोई पुराने नोट्स नहीं पढ़ने, इसको पढ़ लो क्योंकि ये ना प्रीसीन बेस्ड रिवीजन है.
ओके, फाइन.
ठीक है. So this is pre-seen based revision. These are customized notes for Mercy. And in these notes ना I have first explained also. CRM पहले explain भी किया है कि CRM होता क्या है, फिर हमने इसको apply किया है Mercy पे. ठीक है, तो अभी my suggestion would be to everyone within from VGLD, outside VGLD, just revise these pre-seen specific revision notes. ठीक है, and I'll tell you, I can promise you, इसमें से 50% आ जाएगा. I'm telling you. देखो, ऐसा नहीं है कि डायरेक्टली आएगा, लेकिन आप इनमें से पॉइंट्स यूज कर सकते हो. ठीक है, इन द एग्जाम दे मे नॉट यूज द वर्ड CRM एट ऑल. दे माइट यूज अनदर वर्ड विच इज CDMS. CDMS पास्ट में यूज हो चुका है पास्ट एग्जाम में. दिस इज नोन एज कस्टमर डेटा बेस्ड मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम. तो अगर आप उस एग्जिबिट को पढ़ोगे ना, वो CDMS CRM ही है, इट इज नथिंग एल्स. तो ओके, तो in this also we needed to explain CRM pros and cons only. ठीक है, तो let's do one thing. Right now let's take a break. And yeah, let's take any other questions. And you know what? I still suggest you, even though you'll be getting the notes, but I still suggest you to attempt one more mock in timed conditions this time, which is 3 hours and 15 minutes. Like in a proper exam environment, attempt one mock. Okay, so now let's take a break till 8.
मैम कोई ऐसा पास में पेपर है जो मीन्स इसी इंडस्ट्री से रिलेवेंट हो, लाइक मैगजीन के
It's the
अलावा?
first time that they are testing this industry.
मतलब किसी लाइक नेटफ्लिक्स ऐसा कुछ हो, मतलब जो कस्टमर बेस्ड हो, सब्सक्रिप्शन बेस्ड?
नहीं, this is the first time they are testing.
ओके मैम.
Completely new industry. But again, questions तो repeat होते हैं ना, like big data definitely can come. Integrated reporting और इसमें sustainability में there's a very high chance.
या करेक्ट मैम.
ठीक है, तो
नेक्स्ट मॉक कौन सा देना है, मतलब किस पेपर का देना है?
नेक्स्ट आपने PVS और कॉर्जेट्स कर लिया?
हाँ, कॉर्जेट्स किया है मैम.
PVS किया है?
नहीं अभी नहीं.
तो PVS कर लो.
ओके.
ठीक है, और कल ना everyone, my suggestion, do you have any phone number of the help desk of VGLD? No, all of you do one thing. Please drop a message on the help desk asking, telling them that it has been 15 days since they uploaded their answer sheets of Corjets and it has not been marked. Okay, I've also already put a message with them. So tomorrow definitely you are going to get some response. Okay, so please do it by tonight. Okay, or latest by tomorrow. Multiple times. तो हर्षिता रिप्लाई नहीं आया आपको? तो रिप्लाई कुछ नहीं आया? Yes, Harshita, you got a reply from them? Okay, they said they will look into the matter. Okay, do it just once more. एक बार और करो, फिर I'll just call them
यस मैम,
tomorrow.
मेरे को भी यही कहा था उन्होंने, रिव्यू नहीं आया अभी तक.
ठीक है, तो एक बार आप लोग और डालो, फिर tomorrow I'm going to call them up. ठीक है, so let's meet at 10 a.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. All right, okay, can we start now? Okay, so we had to start with the CRM system, which is customer relationship management. Now, an expected question in the exam would be that what are the benefits of CRM system? Okay, CRM helps us understand our customers better. Okay, now just don't write that we understand our customers better using CRM. Tell that when we understand our customers better, we can launch relevant user targeted articles, which helps us in increasing our sales from publications. So CRM helps Mercy track reader behavior, identify preferences and tastes of customers, and improve personalization and increase sales ultimately. ठीक है, खाली इतना मत लिखो, related to your revenue also, related to your reputation also. So you understand your customers better using CRM, which is one benefit of CRM. Second benefit is, since you understand customers better, you can retain them better. CRM enables subscription renewal rate. CRM enables targeted communication, timely renewals, reduced cancellation of subscriptions, or reduced churn. This is critical for subscription-based revenue. I don't want my customers to cancel these subscriptions. With the help of customer relationship management, there is another benefit. You know what? Employees can work from home because now the customer data, the customer-facing team, the customer support team can easily work from home. Why? Because the data is centralized on CRM, which means they need not be in the office physically to, have access to the employees, to the customers' data. Okay, so if you are in Blinkit, you are a Blinkit employee, and at midnight, let's say today I order something at midnight, and I'm not very happy with my order, I can simply speak to the customer support team. Now, customer support team is using CRM. That is why they have access to all my data. They know how many returns I placed last month. They know what was the reason also. So they are working from their homes. They are not sitting in Blinkit office and serving me. They are sitting at homes, but they are doing night shifts and they have access to my CRM. They have access to my data using CRM. So with CRM, employees' flexibility improves, their satisfaction improves, staff turnover also goes down. This is another benefit of CRM, which you can always write. CRM leads to better coordination across teams. CRM integrates marketing, sales, customer service, improving efficiency and consistency. Because you know what? Because CRM is it's a common dashboard which anyone can access. Okay, so duplicate communication is not needed. I need to know anything about the customer, I can check CRM. Marketing wants to know about the customer, they can check CRM. Sales also can check CRM. Customer service team can check CRM. So it's a common dashboard where all the data related to all your customers is present. So the operations become smoother. What are the problems with CRM now? High implementation and running cost. CRM is expensive because it comes with multiple tools like big data, etc. CRM is expensive. CRM requires software investment. You need to purchase the software or you need to build your own software. You need to train your employees on how to work on CRM. The software needs to be maintained. This increases the short-term costs of CRM. So one is CRM cost. Big data also the same risk is there for that also. The same problem with big data, that data privacy and security risk. Poor CRM management can breach data protection laws and damage reader trust. All the data which is collated by the CRM, if it leaks, okay, then this can definitely bring problems for the company. The same problem with big data tools. The next is risk of poor adoption. If staff do not use the CRM system properly, benefits are not realized, investment is wasted. Okay, fine, okay. Okay, so CRM can significantly improve customer relationships and revenue stability at Mercy, but only if implemented carefully with strong data governance and user training. Okay, so this is all about the CRM. Now, another expected question is e-marketing pros and cons. Because, we need to invest more in e-marketing. Mercy operates in a declining print market with increasing dependence on digital subscriptions, online advertising, and reader engagement. E-marketing is therefore not optional, but a core strategic tool for survival and growth. E-marketing includes email marketing bhi e-marketing hai. When you send emails to your customers about the new products the company is launching, about any new magazine editions, about any new events which are happening, which are paid events. So this is what? This is email marketing. फेसबुक पे आप मार्केटिंग करते हो, यूट्यूब ट्विटर पे करते हो, लिंक्डइन पे करते हो, दैट इज ऑल्सो सोशल मीडिया प्रमोशन. सर्च इंजन मार्केटिंग, अगर आप अपना सर्च इंजन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन करते हो, उससे अपनी रैंकिंग्स इंप्रूव करते हो इन द सर्च रिजल्ट्स, दैट इज ऑल्सो ई मार्केटिंग. कुकीज का यूज करते हो, कुकीज, आई होप एवरीवन नोज, राइट? सो दैट इज ऑल्सो ई मार्केटिंग. वेबसाइट प्रमोशन करते हो, मोबाइल ऐप में इन्वेस्ट करते हो, दैट इज अगेन ई मार्केटिंग. So we can definitely invest in all of or one of these tools. The question is, what are the benefits of e-marketing for Mercy? First of all, e-marketing is cheaper than traditional print-based marketing. Doing TV ads, radio ads, newspaper ads are much expensive as compared to e-marketing, which is cheaper. Okay, it is cheaper. It's not free. Of course, it's not free, but it is cheaper, much cheaper. And e-marketing has no geographical boundaries also. Unlike TV ads, which run in a limited geographic space, e-marketing has no geographical limitations, which means it has mass access. It has wide reach. Updation of your e-marketing content can be made easily in a very small time and small cost, or no cost, low cost basically. Okay, any other benefit? With e-marketing, you can collect user data, which is not possible in traditional marketing. Traditional marketing is one-way marketing, like a TV ad. TV ad just shows. TV ad doesn't receive your feedback. But with a social media or a Facebook ad, you can like, dislike, you can comment, you can share. So the company gets to know how the advertisements behave. How were their advertisements received by the customers? That also we get to know. तो हमारी advertisements कितनी effective थी? How did my advertisement behave? How did it perform? That data also I can collect with e-marketing, which is not possible with traditional marketing. Also, one more benefit. If I want to understand the user data, that can be better done with e-marketing because big data tools can be applied with e-marketing. Okay, so what are the benefits of e-marketing for Mercy? First, it is cost effective. Cost effective reach compared to traditional marketing. Traditional print and TV ads are expensive and geographically limited. E-marketing allows Mercy to reach large audiences at low marginal cost, promote the content globally without any physical distribution. Mercy relevance, this is especially useful for digital magazine subscriptions and international readers. Definitely, you can't run TV ads internationally or send pamphlets and newspapers internationally. Next is you can better target and you can send them personalized ads. See, you can't make personalized TV ads for people. It's difficult, it's costly basically. Okay, it's costly to do personalized newspaper ads, but personalized digital ads, very much possible. Okay, so you can personalize the digital ads. Okay, e-marketing allows Mercy to target fitness ads to fitness readers, food ads to food readers, food magazine readers, promote travel magazines to travel interested readers, use behavior and interest data. This increases the click-through rates. Click-through rates means the rate at which people click your ads. So sometimes I see an ad, I don't click on it, which means that ad was actually not very successful. Okay, so when you show me relevant ads, the chances that I'm going to click on the ad are high, right? So with e-marketing, you can ensure that the advertisements or the marketing message is more personalized and targeted to the relevant readers, which increases the chances of the conversion. Okay, I hope you understood this point. Next one is subscription conversions. Industry reality. Digital publishers increasingly compete on targeting quality, not reach. Okay, e-marketing is measurable and data driven. You can measure the performance of your ads if your ads are digital. Unlike traditional marketing, देखो आप मुझे बताओ क्या newspapers when companies do newspaper ads, can they really know who read the ads and who did not read the ads? Tell me. Who watched the ads on TV? Who did not watch the TV ad? Can they really measure it? Tell me. If an ad runs on TV, can they know whether the person sitting in front of the TV, did he actually, how many people watch the ad? Can they really know this? Tell me.
No.
No? How many,
No.
I no, right?
No, yeah.
Or if I ran a soap advertisement in newspapers, okay, we circulated 1 lakh newspapers in India, for example, on a given day. And can I really know how many people read newspaper that day? And then how many people read my ad that day? We cannot measure it. But if I run an ad, let's say on Facebook, can I know how many people viewed that ad? How many people clicked on that ad? Yes. Yes, that is possible. Okay. How many people clicked the ad? How many people signed up? तो ये सब आप ई मार्केटिंग से कर सकते हो, तो ये भी एक बेनिफिट है. अनलाइक ट्रेडिशनल मार्केटिंग, ई मार्केटिंग प्रोवाइड्स रियल टाइम कैंपेन डेटा, क्लियर रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट मेजरमेंट. मैंने 5 लाख रुपए की एड करी, कितने लोगों ने मेरी एड्स देखी, कितने लोगों ने एक्चुअली मेरे वेबसाइट पे साइन अप किया और मेरे से कुछ परचेज किया, तो मुझे एक क्लियर आरओआई का कैलकुलेशन आई कैन डू. हाउ डिड माई एड एक्चुअली परफॉर्म, आई कैन एक्चुअली मेजर एक्यूरेटली. एबिलिटी टू एडजस्ट कैंपेन्स इंस्टेंटली. अगर मुझे लग रहा है मैंने एक एड रन करी, किसी ने क्लिक ही नहीं किया उस एड को, तो मतलब कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम थी उस एड में. ठीक है, मैं इमीडिएटली उसको चेंज करूंगी. लेकिन न्यूज़पेपर्स में मुझे पता चल सकता है. हमने न्यूज़पेपर सर्कुलेट किए, मेरे न्यूज़पेपर की वो एड किसी ने पढ़ी ही नहीं, बट मुझे तो नहीं पता. I'm circulating the same ad. I'm not making any revisions to the ad. I'm circulating the same ad in the newspapers and wasting my money. On the other hand, मेरी ad अगर Facebook पे कोई नहीं देख रहा, तो I can immediately revise my campaign, revise my ad, right? कैसे मुझे पता चलेगा? If the click rates are very low, okay, in this means that something wrong with my ad. I need to revise my marketing message. I need to revise my ad. तो आप ना इमीडिएट आपको फीडबैक मिलता है अपनी एड की परफॉर्मेंस पे, और इमीडिएटली आप फीडबैक पे काम करते हो, जो कि आपके ट्रेडिशनल एडवर्टाइजमेंट में पॉसिबल नहीं है. ये भी एक प्रॉब्लम है. तो मेजरेबल एंड डेटा ड्रिवन. अनलाइक ट्रेडिशनल मार्केटिंग, ई मार्केटिंग प्रोवाइड्स रियल टाइम campaign data means ad data, clear ROI measurement, ability to adjust campaigns instantly. Mercy application. Mercy can quickly stop ineffective campaigns and redirect the spends to high performing content. ठीक है, this is benefit. E-marketing has no geographical boundaries. E-marketing is much cheaper. E-marketing can show you your ad performance instantly. You take feedback, you revise your marketing message instantly. This is another benefit. E-marketing can help you target your customers better by sending them personalized ads and recommendations. So the chances that they will click on your ad is more. Next benefit of e-marketing is support subscription-based business model. E-marketing supports subscription-based business model. E-marketing is ideal for promoting free trials, for upselling the premium tiers, for reducing churn through engagement emails. This supports Mercy's long-term shift away from volatile advertising revenue. If we do not want to be dependent on advertising revenue, we have to make our subscription base very strong. I need to increase my revenue from subscriptions if I don't want to be overly reliant on advertising revenue, which is possible when you do e-marketing. With e-marketing, you know that these are the people who are not my subscribers. So to them specifically, I'm going to promote free trials. And then if someone is my standard plan subscriber, I would be upselling them the higher tiers. Okay. So e-marketing, because e-marketing and big data go hand in hand. So using these two, I can definitely increase my revenue from subscriptions. तो जो बेसिक टीयर वाला है उसको हम स्टैंडर्ड टीयर का ऐड देंगे, स्टैंडर्ड वाले को प्रीमियम का, प्रीमियम वाले को समथिंग एल्स. सो वी आर गोइंग टू अपसेल द टीयर्स and we can promote free trials to our non-readers, non-readers. So which means that we are going to definitely increase the chance of people subscribing to us or upgrading their subscription. This will help us reduce cancellations through engagement emails. People won't cancel their subscriptions if we do continuous engagement with them via email, newsletters, or some other ways. So e-marketing basically keeps us in touch with our customers, which means the chances that they'll cancel the subscriptions is low. Problems क्या है e-marketing की? E-marketing, actually, a lot of people are doing e-marketing now. So in order to get some space and make people, pay attention to your ads, it's very difficult. The competition is very high. Intense competition for attention. Readers are exposed to social media ads, influencers are making videos, free digital news. Mercy must compete for limited attention, reducing campaign effectiveness. So there's a lot of competition in e-marketing. We are dependent upon digital platforms like social media, Facebook, etc. E-marketing relies on Google search algorithms, social media visibility. Changes in algorithms can reduce our reach overnight. एल्गोरिदम में चेंज आया, आपका पोस्ट नहीं दिखेगा किसी को, आपका एड दिखना बंद हो जाएगा या कम हो जाएगा. इंक्रीज द मार्केटिंग कॉस्ट्स. This is a strategic dependency risk. We are dependent upon Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and we are dependent upon their algorithms. If their algorithms change, our reach reduces overnight, which means our advertisement expenditure is going waste. So this is one problem. Data privacy and reputational risk. Poor data handling. So, when we do e-marketing, we receive a lot of information about our customers, like their feedback, ratings. Now, if first of all this data gets leaked, that is one problem. Okay? So, poor data handling can lead to legal penalties, loss of readers' trust in our organization. For a publisher like Mercy, trust is a critical asset. Skills and capability requirements. Effective e-marketing requires skilled digital marketers, analytics capability, continuous technology investment. Poor execution can waste money without results. E-marketing also needs, you need to have e-marketing skills. If you do not know how to do search engine optimization, if you don't know how to do big data analysis, you can't do good marketing, e-marketing. अगर आपको CRM पे काम नहीं करना आएगा, तो you need to investment in a lot of softwares, and you need these skills. Okay, this is a problem. So e-marketing is a powerful tool to scale your business. Okay, I'm not discussing BCG. I discussed limited BCG yesterday. Okay, it was a very limited discussion. Today I'm not going to discuss this in detail because the chances of BCG getting tested is low. But yeah, I'll definitely share this with you. So next is what? Ansoff matrix. How many of you know Ansoff matrix? I want to do something else with you. Let's do integrated reporting. Okay, I think I've not covered this. Okay, I have covered. Let's do integrated reporting. Okay, what is integrated reporting? Everyone knows, I suppose. And the 6 capitals and benefits for Mercy of integrated reporting. Integrated reporting explains how an organization creates value over time, not just profits. Okay, so there are 6 capitals of integrated reporting. Let's see that. The 6 capitals. First is financial capital. How much money is available to operate and invest in a new project? Do we have access to equity share capital, debt, loans? How much money do we need to invest? So let's say they have a project of digital transformation. They need $350 million. So we will write that this project needs us to invest $350 million, and we need to see if we can afford it. You can also, in financial capital, you can talk about the money already available to you and the money that you have to borrow or raise via equity. Okay. And you can also talk about your operating profit margins, your revenue growth rates, how is your financial performance. That part is also a part of financial capital. ठीक है, तो जैसे अभी हम अपनी बात करें तो our revenue from publications is going down. ठीक है, you can mention the amount in dollars. Okay, what is my revenue, total revenue in 2025? What is my revenue from advertisements and from publications? Okay, just do one thing. Is our revenue from publications plus ads is equal to total revenue? I think Shelja, you confirm me this, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It is the same,
totaling up to, yes, it is totaling up to total revenue.
Okay, this means we are not providing any market research service.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can conclude that.
So in this, you can mention that my revenue, my operating profit margin is 27%. My revenues overall are this. तो इतना आप लिख सकते हो इसमें, and how much money is available for investment in funds. Sorry, for investment in some project that we are considering, which would be given in the exhibit only. So that is financial capital. So in financial capital, just write we have this much free cash flows available to invest, and this much we need to borrow via loans or raise via equity, and this is my revenue. And total revenues लिख सकते हो आप directly, या फिर आप ये लिख दो this is my revenue from publications and this is revenue from ads and this is our operating profit margin which is 27%. ठीक है, this much you can write and that's it. Next is manufactured capital. Manufactured capital means non-current assets that you have in the organization, like plant, machinery, building. Okay. So manufactured capital, printing facilities which we have, digital publishing platforms. तो digital publishing platform ना इसमें नहीं आएगा. That is what? That is basically intellectual, right? See, we don't own this, but we have rights to use, right? So right to use something is also an asset. Correct? This won't come here. This won't come here. This will come in intellectual capital. IT systems, ठीक है, okay. तो all हाँ, इसमें हमने बहुत important क्या miss किया है? What have we missed?
Distribution facilities.
Huh?
Distribution facilities. We have.
We have a distribution hub.
Yeah.
We have a head office. We have got 8 divisions, right? 8 main offices for 8 different types of magazines. And then in some magazines have magazine titles have smaller offices too, apart from the main office. ठीक है, इतना लिख दो, बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल में नहीं लिखना.
Whatever changes you are making, so it will be there in the notes, or we will be getting.
It will be there.
Okay.
It will be there. Yeah. You can write this. Okay. IT systems. Okay, fine. ये लिख दो बस. Printing facilities काफी है. Digital publishing platform will go in intellectual capital. You can write this. We have a head office and all this. Okay. Next is intellectual capital. See, intellectual capital means what? It means our knowledge. It means our brand value, our reputation, systems. In fact, our SOPs, the standard operating procedures of the company, the guide which we follow, which ensures that our content is a good content. That is also intellectual capital. Brand reputation, because we are 60 years old long, and we are 60 years old, and we also are the 5th largest publisher in the country, which means we have a reputation. We have strong SOPs and editorial processes and guide, which ensures that we produce top quality content. We have a website. We do not have an app. Don't write we don't have an app. See, what all we don't have doesn't need to be written. What all we have needs to be written. So talk about the website. Talk about that we have strong editorial processes, SOPs. Brand reputation, because we are 60-year-old company and 5th largest in the country. And if we have access, if we have big data tools also, then we can write that also, but we don't have right now. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट हमारे पास क्या है? ह्यूमन कैपिटल. ह्यूमन कैपिटल मीन्स हाउ मोटिवेटेड, satisfied my staff are. What is the staff turnover rate? What is the staff satisfaction rate? How many trainings am I making them attend? So let's say कि company ensures that the staff training days are at least 20 days per month. Sorry, 20 days per year. So that needs to be mentioned. If I do talent management, so that can be mentioned. You want me to write it here? Because talent management, see, as of now, we are not doing it. But tomorrow, if we do it, we can write it here. You want me to write it in this? Okay, you can skip because right now we are not doing. But in the exhibit, if they tell you that we are doing, तो आपको लिखना है इसमें. So let me write. ठीक है? Our values are that we want to professionally and personally develop our staff. ठीक है, तो बस ये सब, this is enough. Human capital. Next is social and relationship capital. How is our relationship with stakeholders like my readers, my advertisers, the NMSA body, which is regulatory body, so that I can mention. Or with my paper suppliers. So I have long standing relationships with multiple paper suppliers. All my suppliers I ensure are sustainable and ethically source their raw materials. ठीक है. Advertiser relationships, right now I don't have any data about this. I don't have data about this also and this also. So I can't really write this point as of now, but yeah, if they give you an exhibit and if there's relevant information, you can include that. The next one is natural capital. Natural capital means what am I doing for the environment? Anything good which I'm doing, anything bad which I'm doing, I'm polluting the environment, or I'm using a lot of paper, or I'm using a lot of renewable energy. All of this can be mentioned. Also, you can mention that we ensure that our suppliers use sustainable practices and source their raw materials sustainably. Okay, that can be mentioned. और इसमें और क्या लिख सकते हो? You can mention that, you can also mention that how much raw materials, what kind of renewable, non-renewable sources am I using? So I'm using a lot of paper in my print publications. Lot of energy is being used for printing. So that can be mentioned. We use paper for our paper magazines. We are dependent upon paper. And we are also doing printing. So printing means we are using electricity, which means we have a carbon footprint.
Ma'am, can we talk about energy consumption reduction, like as compared to 22, 23, 24, whatever consumption reduced in 25?
Actually, that might have happened because of the reduction in the publications. Actually, we don't have data about it, whether it is because of because we have started using renewable sources of energy now. Okay, or is it because of see, first of all, we don't know whether that chart is for renewable or non-renewable.
Correct.
Okay, so let's assume it is for both. Okay, so if it has gone down, the reasons are likely that our publication revenue has gone down.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, so this point we can write. Okay. Okay. So this is all about the 6 capitals of the company. Okay. Now, natural capital meaning, please understand, if you're harming the environment, that is also going to be written in natural capital. If you're doing something good for the environment, so what steps we are taking to improve the environment, that is also a part of natural capital. And what kind of renewable, non-renewable resources I'm using from the environment, that you can mention. So you can definitely mention we are using a lot of paper because of the paper publications, and we are using electricity for printing. Now we don't have any data about how much paper are we using, how much electricity are we using. तो electricity का तो आप लिख सकते हो ना, you have the data, right? How much are we using? $1,300.
2025 has 1330 kilowatt.
1330 kilowatt hour.
Maybe it's in 1,000.
1000
1.3
Yeah, it's K, written K.
kilowatt hour ना. हाँ
नहीं, K is for kilowatt, not for 1,000.
नहीं, उसमें क्या लिखा है, एक सेकंड.
1,000 kWh.
Okay, so you can change it, whatever is written. I need to check. Okay, so you can check. I'll see this later. So this is about natural capital. Now another question which is expected. Sometimes they ask you both the questions. Explain the 6 capitals and explain the benefits of integrated reporting. So what are the benefits of integrated reporting? See, first of all, you know what, when you write answers, always try to relate your points to the vision, mission, and policies, etc. of the company. Now, it is very clearly given in somewhere, it's given that the company aims to do a lot of communication with all its stakeholders in a transparent way. And integrated reporting helps us achieve that goal of the company. Okay. Better communication of value creation. Integrated reporting helps Mercy explain why content quality matters, how people and brand create long-term value. This is important because Mercy's value is not fully shown in financial statements. See, employees are the key assets of the company, but they are nowhere reflected in the balance sheet of the company. How many trainings are they being subjected to? How they are how much they're satisfied? All of it's not shown in financial statements. So the stakeholders get to understand how the different capitals of the company help create value. So we can communicate value creation better to all the stakeholders, and this is one of the goals of the company, to communicate with all its stakeholders. Okay, which is better met via integrated reporting. Improved stakeholder trust and transparency. Since integrated reporting is a voluntary report and it's not mandatory, and yet if we do it, this improves the stakeholders' confidence in the company, improves trust in the company. Okay, this is another benefit. Readers, advertisers, and investors can clearly see how Mercy manages risks, how it balances profit with ethics and sustainability. It strengthens the credibility and reputation. You can write it in your own words as well. Okay, next is you can take better strategic decisions via integrated reporting. See, you know what? Integrated reporting is not only for the outsiders. Not just the outsiders benefit. Insiders means the management also gets to know how are they performing. Is their intellectual capital strong? Is their human capital strong? Is their natural capital strong? Let's say we are not doing anything for the environment. We are harming the environment. And this thing we have written in the natural capital. So this integrated report shows a mirror to the company how it's performing. खाली दूसरों को ही नहीं पता चलेगा कि कंपनी क्या कर रही है, कंपनी को खुद भी पता चलेगा कि वो कहाँ पे स्टैंड करती है. उसका ह्यूमन कैपिटल बहुत बेकार है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमारा स्टाफ टर्नओवर बहुत हाई है, स्टाफ इज नॉट सेटिस्फाइड एट ऑल. Now, these 2 points, that my staff is not satisfied and that my staff turnover is high, I'm going to write it in the natural human capital. So, I myself see that my human capital is very bad. I need to improve it. So, now I will be making decisions in order to improve my human capital. So I will take better decisions, I will make better strategic decisions and try to improve my capital so that my value improves over time. Integrated reporting encourages the management. So mention integrated reporting is not just a communication with the rest of the world, it also encourages us internally, the management, to think long term and not short term, to think across all capitals and not just the financial capital. Now, with integrated reporting, we think about all my capitals, means all my stakeholders. This supports growth of the company. Okay. So mention this part. Integrated reporting helps the management to think across all capitals, not just profits, and helps us improve these 6 capitals for better value over time. And it is also a good corporate governance tool. Corporate governance means when shareholders monitor and manage the directors of the company. So the shareholders can monitor the company better via integrated reporting. Stronger governance and risk awareness. Integrated reporting links. जो integrated report होती है, it's a link. It tells you a link between the strategy of the company, risk, performance. This helps the board understand the trade-offs between the print and digital, impact of decisions on people, reputation, and environment. So what I would write here is, instead of writing all this, just mention, see, these are not complete answers, okay? It's a tutorial note. So just mention that integrated reporting helps shareholders monitor the directors better. So it's a good corporate governance tool, as with integrated reporting, directors are accountable to the shareholders. Okay. Your reputation also improves. Enhanced reputation in a sensitive industry. As a publisher, Mercy is judged not only on profits but also on ethics and trust. Reputation improves because you are letting your stakeholders know about a lot of inside information. Integrated reporting supports Mercy's positioning as a responsible, forward-looking publisher. Okay. Now see, conclusions and summaries are not needed. Ye conclusion is, it's only for you, okay? If you don't have the time to read every, see, my suggestion is to read this document once and then you can read the summary only. But एक या दो बार just read this entire document and then you can just read summary. Okay? But in the exam, you don't have to give any conclusions, any recommendations until they ask. I see when I check papers, I'm seeing people are writing lengthy conclusions. It's not needed. They don't give you marks for conclusions, but writing conclusion wastes your time. So don't write conclusions, don't write summaries, don't write recommendations unless and until they ask. Okay? So no conclusion, no summary, nothing. Now let's okay, environmental reporting, no. Let me see what else can I do. Risk register question can come in the exam. They can give you a draft risk register and then they will ask you what are the missing contents in risk register. I'm not discussing this, but because the chances are low. Okay, so can we do 15-minute question round? Do you have any questions in the concepts? Anything which is not clear? Meanwhile, let me see. What can I do? See, these are expected questions, not very highly expected, but they can be asked. हाँ, ये क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं. How Mercy can be sustainable? Yes, Gaurav, our energy consumption is decreasing. but that could be due to reduction in the sales. Okay, now let's do the last question, which is how Mercy can be sustainable and attract environmentally conscious customers. So, how would you explain this, all of you? Yes. We can use biofuel. We can do rainwater harvesting in our buildings. Yes. We can use energy efficient devices which use less electricity. We can use recycled paper. ठीक है, और we can do more, we can rely less on paper magazine sales and more on digital offerings. What else? How to attract environmentally conscious customers? You know, there is one way of attracting environmentally conscious customers, which is via integrated reporting and sustainability reporting. This way, we can let them know what are we doing for the environment and we can attract them to the company. So you can also write, if you publish these two reports, that is also one way of attracting customers, green customers. Yes, so we can use recycled or sustainably sourced paper. We can reduce print volumes by improving demand forecasting. Minimize waste in printing processes. Why this attracts green customers? Environmentally conscious customers prefer brands that actively reduce deforestation, which minimize waste. Clear communication of responsible paper sourcing enhances our green credentials. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पॉइंट क्या है? एनकरेजिंग डिजिटल ओवर प्रिंट कंजम्पशन. Yes. Environmental contribution. Digital publishing will reduce paper consumption. It lowers transport related carbon emissions because we don't need to transport paper from anywhere. So this reduces fuel usage. Mercy can promote digital subscriptions, offer incentives for switching from print to digital. This is also a good point, right? Means we can provide.
Can we mention about work from home policy? Like if employee will not be traveling, then fuel costs can be saved.
वो तो ठीक है, but is it feasible? You know, again, we can't make very aggressive points.
No, it is already mentioned in the Pre-Seen, ma'am. They are providing a work from home option to employees.
Yeah, but for the rest of the days, they are coming to the office for a reason.
Yeah, correct, ma'am.
But tomorrow, if we reduce our,
it's still 1 or 2 days will make a difference, small. Like,
you can write this. I mean, in the end, if you're short on points, then.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
If there's a shortage, then you can write this. Because, you know, a company needs to see whether it is even feasible to let employees work for maybe 2 days extra from home or not. But definitely it's possible. You know, once we reduce our print sales, then obviously we are not printing much. So at least some people can, you know, work from home. We need to see it. Is it even possible, feasible or not? Next is attraction of green customers. Green customers are more likely to choose digital formats over print formats. They support brands which reduce physical waste. ठीक है. Environmentally responsible supply chain. Environmental contribution. Mercy should work with suppliers that follow environmental standards, which use energy efficient processes and reduce packaging and waste. So we should not just ensure that we are sustainable, but our suppliers are also sustainable. So all my printer suppliers, my paper suppliers, ink suppliers, they should be following environmental standards and use energy efficient processes. Next is reducing carbon footprint and energy use. Environmental contribution. Merce can improve energy efficiency in offices, use renewable energy where possible, optimize digital infrastructure to reduce energy consumption. We can set measurable environmental targets and do sustainability reporting. All these points you can write in climate change risk also. If they ask you how to do risk mitigation, so all these points will go in climate change risk also. तो यहाँ पे आ गया ना point, transparent environmental reporting and communication.
Can we also add through content? We can have one feature of in any edition that we are including the we are including a article related to sustainable energy or modes of or the way we can sustain energies.
Okay, yeah. So you are saying, see, one thing is given in the exhibit in the pre-seen that we are already embedding sustainability in the content that we make.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, same
So
thing.
we can when we release any magazine, so we can हाँ ये तो लिख ही दो या फिर ये कह दो यार ये तो है ही already. So this is something which we are already doing. But yeah, we can also release magazines on environment and sustainability topics. This point you can write. We can write content on sustainability and launch a separate magazine title for environment and nature.
Okay.
Because embedding sustainability in our content is something which we're already doing. What we're not doing is having a separate magazine title for nature and environment and sustainability. So we can have a separate magazine title. We can launch a new title, which is specially on articles on nature and how to protect nature and biodiversity and all. So this is something which we're not doing. We can do this. See, whatever you said, who said this? Who made this point? Jaya?
I made this. Yeah.
Shailaja.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same point they have just written. Publish sustainability related content. So that's the same point which you just made. Promote responsible lifestyles through our content, which we are already doing. Educate readers on environmental issues. ठीक है, तो you can have a new magazine title launched for sustainability, nature and biodiversity, where you explain the people how to protect the environment, how to protect the biodiversity.
मैम इसके एंगेजमेंट में हम ये वाला पॉइंट डाल सकते हैं कि जो अगर वो एनवायरमेंट सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर कोई मैगजीन निकालते हैं तो उसकी जो कॉस्ट है वो फिर ट्राई करें कि थोड़ा कम रखें ताकि जो वो और वाइडर ऑडियंस तक पहुंच पाए.
You can say that let's provide content at a concessional rate. So in order to
सस्टेनेबिलिटी का
incentivize
जो
people,
टॉपिक है वो ज्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचे.
in order to incentivize people to read this content, ये भी लिख सकते हो. In your main point only you can write this. We can publish concessional. We can publish sustainability related content at a discounted price. Yes, you can write this. See, the only mistake you don't have to do is, these are tutorial notes. Okay, this document is a tutorial note. In the exam, you don't have to write this much. Let me just reduce the size of this document. See, it is a single point. You don't have to write all of this. Just 3-4 lines for one point and you're good to go. ये सब कुछ नहीं लिखना, it's a waste of time. सिर्फ एक point बनाना है इस पे, 2-3 lines में complete. Okay, I hope you know this. This is just explanatory. This is just note, like it's a tutorial note. Just like SBL suggested answers. So this is like tutorial note. एक और काम आप कर सकते हो. You can partner with environmentally responsible advertisers. See, I told you we should partner with environmentally responsible suppliers. Then why not partner with with those advertisers who are environmentally responsible, which improves our reputation again. We can let the world know that we partner only with environmentally responsible suppliers and advertisers both. So partner with environmentally responsible advertisers. Environmental contribution. Mercy can prioritize advertisers with strong environmental credentials. See, strong environmental credentials means those people are very known, they are reputable, and they are known for their good, positive environmental footprint. And we avoid partnerships that conflict with sustainability values. जैसे Epstein files था, right? Who was that guy? Navdeep. I forgot his name. Puri. Hardeep Puri. Hardeep Puri's name was written, was mentioned a few times in the Epstein files, right? We don't have to do any sort of partnerships. Avoid any association with people who are basically popular for harming the environment, or who don't have strong environmental credentials. Do not have any association with those suppliers or those advertisers. So prioritize advertisers who themselves are environmental friendly and who are doing something for the environment. Avoid partnerships that conflict with sustainability values. Green readers and advertisers prefer consistent ethical positioning, brands aligned with sustainability principles. This also enhances advertiser quality. ठीक है, but इतना सब कुछ नहीं लिखना, बस that's it. You understood the point. You make your point in 2-3 lines in your own words. No fancy words needed. ठीक है. So this is the end of this topic also. Okay, so what all we discussed today? We did risk management, talent management, Mendello, integrated reporting के 6 capitals and benefits, and how to be sustainable as a company, or CRM, big data, pros and cons, e-marketing, pros and cons. What else? I think that's it, right? Or anything else? Yeah. Yes, Jaya. This document is nothing but important topic from each chapter. इसमें सब कुछ covered है, okay? Everything is covered. This entire document has important topics. So अभी आपको कुछ भी अलग से you don't need to revise. If there is something which is not a part of this document and you need to revise, I'll let you know. Okay, but as of now, there's nothing else. So I think we covered this much today, but we did this in detail, especially big data. We did in a lot of details. Okay, so we have just 3-4 minutes left. Now tell me, how is your confidence now after doing 2 days, 10 hours discussion, 11 hours discussion? How is your confidence?
I think I will pass the exam.
अरे सीधा पास का बोल दिया. अच्छा.
हम पास तो हो जाएंगे. मतलब देखो, पहला टारगेट तो लक्ष्मण रेखा भाई 50 नंबर की है. उसके बाद देखते हैं कितने आते हैं, पर मेरे को लग रहा है कि अब पास तो हो जाएंगे. मतलब 5-6 पेपर भी मैंने लिख लिए हैं, प्रीसीन भी पढ़ लिया है. अभी और 2-3 बार ये प्रीसीन वगैरह का कंटेंट देख लूंगा, और देन आई थिंक कि एसबीएल हो जाएगा.
अच्छा, तो कॉन्फिडेंस कैसे है? मतलब हाई है ना?
हाँ, हाई है.
Acha, now tell me, all of you, rest of you, how is your confidence? Like, did you gain something? Did this discussion, the 2-day discussion, help you a bit? Did it help you in some way?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
एटलीस्ट मेजर टॉपिक्स के रिवीजन हो गए मैम.
हाँ, ये रिवीजन भी हो गया, प्रीसीन भी हो गया, मर से स्पेसिफिक आंसर्स भी लिख लिए हमने. Yes, so any questions you have? I think you have my number. Okay, you have any questions, feel free to text me. So this is my number again, because some of you don't have my number. So this is my number. Okay, just a second. This is my number. You can say it's actually just a WhatsApp calling number, not a regular one. So, okay, you can send me your questions. Anything, any questions? अच्छा कुछ और माइंड में आ रहा है कि ये पूछ सकते हैं क्या, ये पूछ सकते हैं, तो you can ask me. Okay, and there are other multiple questions covered in this document, like how should we do cost cutting? So we didn't have time actually, क्योंकि if I start discussing this entire document, it will take me like 40 hours लग जाएंगे इसको पूरा करने में. And of course, we don't have this much time. We just had 10, 11 hours. So, but yeah. And I will have another session. Like I'm talking to the VGLD students. I think I'll have another session with you. तो हम लोग इसको continue कर सकते हैं then. Okay, so there are multiple other questions which are very important, like cost cutting. How should we do cost cutting? Because we definitely, even though we are not a cost cutter, we are not a cost leader, it seems, but cost cutting everyone needs to do, whether you're a differentiator or someone else. The question on risk committee ke functions, I don't think they're going to ask you. They already are a listed company. They already have a risk committee. So functions to पूछने के chances are very low. But definitely they can ask you, why should this company, why should benefits of diversity in the board? This is something they can ask you. Maybe they have a male dominated board, maybe they have a female dominated board, or maybe their members are developing group thinking. Group thinking, you understand, everyone is just thinking along the similar line. Okay, we need fresh people, we need fresh ideas in the board. So maybe we need to ensure diversity in the board. So the other new directors which we elect, they need to be independent, sorry, they need to be coming from different backgrounds and all. So a question on diversity they can ask you. Functions of the four board committees, the chances are low because it's a listed company. We already have these 4 committees, so I'm sure they know about the functions of these 4 committees, right? So this question is less likely to come, but yeah, you can still go through it so that it acts like a revision, just in case they ask you. Just in case, okay, of course it's a low chance, but if they ask you, you have the answers ready. So similarly, pestle analysis I have done. I didn't discuss with you. You can see this document. Pestle analysis, they can ask you. Porter's diamond, pestle, Porter's 5 forces can be asked. 5 forces I've covered here. So basically, majorly all the important topics have been covered. Okay, so I hope your confidence is very high now. And it will build further when you read this document. Okay, and I'll be adding a few more pages. It's actually not 148. It's going to be around a 200-page document. I'll be adding few more topics tomorrow and we'll share the entire document. Okay, so I think it's almost, okay, it's 9. So can we end the session?
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, thank you so much for making this summary. It's really helpful. Really
Thank you so much. I hope you read it.
Definitely, ma'am. For us only you prepared. Definitely we'll read it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you for the session and thank you for this batch. These
Okay, अभी
resources
से ही
will
मुझे
be.
बाय बोल दिया मतलब.
नहीं मतलब काफी अच्छा था सेशन और मतलब
अच्छा.
पूरा बैच भी अच्छा था और ये डॉक्यूमेंट
अभी
काफी
बचा
काम
है, अभी
आएंगे
1-2 दिन और है.
एनालिस्ट में.
हाँ.
ये समरी वगैरह मतलब काफी इजी हो जाएगा इससे. हमें वीक एरिया भी पता चल जाएंगे कौन से हैं और तो उनकी प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे इस डॉक्यूमेंट से.
हाँ, बट ना मेमोराइज मत करना बिल्कुल भी, ये डॉक्यूमेंट सिर्फ समझना है.
यस मैम.
Okay, then all the best. Bye everyone.
बाय मैम. थैंक यू.
Bye. Good night. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Good night. Thank you. Bye. Bye everyone. Good night.